It's that time again for Pre-Show with Tyler. Pre-Show with Tyler, segment that we're going to start creating even if you don't like it, so screw you. Pre-Show with Tyler, here we go. Alrighty then. So, based on my notes that we got here, leaderboard time, let's go ahead and review what we had from last night and all the updates from since then. Oh, by the way, TomCat week, before I jump into that, TomCat week. Do you know who TomCat is? TomCat is your solution to your rodent problem. You got them. I know it's tough to talk about, but if you got them, TomCat is your cat. This cat named Tom is your cat. They will take care of all your rodent problems. You got mice, you got rats, you got squirrels, you got whatever inside your house. They'll take care of it. I'm not kidding you. Gone. Know from experience. Huge supporter of TomCat. The reason why we have TomCat as a partner is because ratting in the game of Apex is a legitimate thing. And so if you are hiding, we're going to find you. And you're going to have TomCat find you because you're donezo. Once you're out of the game, unless of course you win, but the rat rarely wins because TomCat takes care of that problem. Anyway, we've got ourselves the Mobile 1 leaderboard. I love that it says Mobile 1 because you want to be that Mobile 1 best team, right? Because you're in first place. And who's in first place? Team Pringles. No one really saw this coming. These guys were so awesome during their interview, draft day interview. Go take a look at it. It's hilarious. But we all had our money on Team Cheez-It. We had Rice Krispies Treats, and we had Team Intel. That was me, Luke, and Shane, at least in draft day projections. As you can tell, we're not doing too hot with our projections, but Team Pringles is absolutely doing hot. This is based off, this is the most up-to-date leaderboard from last night, after our games last night. These guys are crushing it. Team Razor in fourth place, Season 1 champions. They got a lot of work they got to do. It's not too bad. They're about, what's that, 45 points out. Quick math right there. Nice going, Tyler. So they got, if Team Pringles doesn't do too well tonight and Razor pops off, I mean, it is pro night, so it is tough to earn those coveted points. But I don't know what I got to do. I got to give these guys a pep talk or something. They are so far on the right side of the leaderboard. Again, that's 10 through 20. Our teams, the Esports Arena sponsored teams, are all on the right side of the leaderboard, and all the pros take over the left side. And Charlotte Phoenix, who are you guys? Mercy only. I like you, though. I like you. But who are you guys? And coming in and wiping the floor with the team last night and coming in potentially on pro night, we'll see what happens. But these guys are crushing it, okay? Team Pringles, I need you guys to take them out. Find out where they're landing. Take them out. Phonyhead, you listening to me? Take them out. Charlotte Phoenix, got a bounty on you guys for the rest of Series E. All right, fellas? Yeah. Congratulations on winning last night, taking the dough, all that good stuff. But that's it. You're done. You're done. You got a rat problem, take care of the rats. Anyway, all right. So based from that, we did see some killer kills last night. And one of the guys who is the best killer in Apex Legends is Stomps from Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts Stomps, this guy is absolutely crushing it. We got a little segment here of Pop-Tarts just going all out last night. I think they won 2 or 3 games last night from Series E, but they were just unreal. And Stomps is leading the kill race with 46 kills overall during the season. So congratulations, Team Pop-Tarts. Again, we talked about them again. We talked about them yesterday, and we cannot express this enough. Last place of our sponsored teams last season. Last place. A third of that team is still on this team, Farmer Lucas. So he has found himself a good rhythm with his new teammates. Sorry, Fat Fruit Ninja, and sorry, Blighty. You guys couldn't take it with Farmer Lucas. He's now found himself a couple of guys that have absolutely just crushed it with this team. These guys are really doing a great job as of last night. I would like to actually, the leaderboard, I wonder, are they in second place? Yeah. They are. Yeah, so they are in second place based on their play. Thank you, Eddie, for doing that. And they're only 17 points out of from Team Pringles. So it's pretty crazy. Team Pringles overall as a team is just doing a lot better. But there's a lot of great players that are out here that are really just popping off. And, of course, Stomps being that one. He's got 46 kills, and he is also leading with damage with 24,057 damage so far this season. So congratulations, Stomps, Pop-Tarts. We'll see how you guys pop off tonight on Pro Night. It is. That's right. It's Pro Night. CLG, TSM, Sentinels, Cooler, etc. all playing in tonight's tournaments. We're going to wrap this up quickly because I got to move fast. Another player highlight is Intel Panders, second place with 42 kills. Intel, despite being really low on the leaderboard, Panders is still carrying the load with this team with 42 kills. And let's go to Rakunishu, Prodigy Aces with Team Cheez-Its. This clip of these guys absolutely going gangbusters. I remember our studio inside was going gangbusters as well because of this clip. So yeah, congratulations, Rack Attack and Prodigy Aces. And who's the third one? I always forget. There's 27 players. Relax. No, Joey Blackout. It's my boy Joey Blackout. You got a rap problem, Joey Blackout, you got to give him a call. He gets you TomCat. Overall kills with 40 each. That's insane. So 40, 40, 40, 120. Math checks out. Math guy Tyler. Team Cheez-It, champion. So congrats, fellas, on that. We'll see how you guys climb up there in third place, I believe, one of the guys in the top 4. So yeah, I think that's it. It's not it. I do want to show one thing. Eddie, can you pull up the website before things get rolling? Esportsarena.com, going live tonight. If you go there right now, you'll still see this. Don't get me wrong. But since we're talking about Cheez-It, go ahead and click on Cheez-It for me there. There you go. Third place, 216 points updated. That's pretty sick. But boom, right there. This is literally, this will go live tonight. I just got to call my brother. He's got to push play. Yes, my brother's a web designer. He's awesome, sick. Josh Andrus, big shout out. His book is live. Go to joshandrus.com. You can buy that book, actually. It's sick. Anyway, so we got total kills, 28, 40, and 40. Is this updated? You guys just told, oh, because those two guys have 40 kills each. So my math is way wrong. 40 plus 40 plus 28 is 108. And we have total damage. We have assists. All this great stuff. Oh, and by the way, you want to go down and you want to watch previous nights of these guys, and you want to get their merch, scroll back up for me, fellas. Scroll back up to last season. Like, let's just show them that you can go to, like, last season, which is cool. Oh, never mind. I guess we can't do that yet. I thought we did have seasons on this. Not yet. So we even see historical data because we have all the Team Cheez-Its from last season as well, all on the website. This is going live tonight. So if you're a player, if you're a fan of these players, you can look at all of their scores, look at all their damage, every single game, and their player profile cards. So go to esportsarena.com, click on Series E, do it tonight, tomorrow. It definitely will be up, and you can see all your favorite players and their scores, their damages, etc. We have all that stuff here. esportsarena.com, click on Series E, and then click on any of your favorite brands. Team Cheez is what we're showing right here. And, of course, buy those sick jerseys. The jerseys are sick. The players love them. We love them. And this is going to be the only one because the next year, we're giving new jerseys out. So this is the inaugural Series E merchandise that you can have right there. Looks sick. Please go check it out. Give us your thoughts. Let us know if we need any other type of information on that. But I got the wrap-up sign. They're really kicking me out early tonight. So congrats to all the players and what we're doing. But please, please, somebody just win tonight, okay? Esports Arena teams, please, somebody take these guys out of the competition. I'll be back at halftime with a couple more announcements and whatnot, I think. So, yeah, we'll see you guys then. But we got Jamerson and we've got Sung. Old school Rice Krispies Treats Sung co-casting tonight because Tom, of course, is handling ALGS stuff. We'll see those guys right after this. Start Series E.
Series E.
Series E.
Series E. Apex Legends.
Apex Legends.
Series E. Series E. Apex Legends.
Series E Apex Legends starts right now. All right, welcome everybody to Series E. It is going to be TomCat week, and we do have another special guest caster with us this week. It is going to be Sung. Sung, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How about you, Jameson?
I'm doing fantastic, man. I'm really happy to have you here. I'm glad that we get to bring on more players, especially the ones that have had experience with Series E so far. Today, though, let's go ahead and talk about what's going to be breaking down. So we have our 9 partnered squads, like always, but of course it is Pro Night. So we have 11 teams joining the fray, and these nights are where our partner teams are really tested. Sung, speaking about the differences between the open invitation nights and then, or the open registration nights and then the pro invitation nights, what's the caliber of games like? How does it feel different, when you have these different teams in the lobby?
So Wednesday nights are wild cards. You don't expect which teams will contest you. It's different every week. Depends on how they play. But I think it's fun to watch. It's different.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and talk about the format for today. So we're going to have 6 games just like we did last night. We have $500 on the line, of course, just to give our teams a little bit more to play for. $350 going to first place, $150 going to second place. And of course, every single game matters. And so you're going to want to score as much as possible. And how do you do that? By placements and by kill points. So first place will get you 12 points. All the way down to 15th place, which will get you 1 point. And every single kill point will get you 1 point. And speaking about the meta and such, about how competitive Apex Legends is played out, what's kind of the general trend for how teams play? Are they focusing on placements? Are they focusing on kills? What's going on here, Sung?
I feel like most teams are playing out more edge style, focusing more on kills. You don't really see a lot of mid end game comps anymore. Not a lot of Caustic or Watsons, mainly Bloodhounds.
Yeah, no, so we do have a lot of teams here today joining us who ultimately end up playing very edge, like you had mentioned. And, even teams that were typically did play for the end game and try to find a spot in the middle of the zone, they've made that transition as well. I mean, one squad that we're looking at who have been able to find success in that kind of change-up has been CLG, but they're a squad that can play both styles. If they need to play edge, they can play edge. If they need to play center, they know how to find the center zones and use that effectively. So what teams are you looking out for today now that we get a chance to look at the rosters and the teams that'll be joining us? I mean, we do have a mix, of course. We have our EMEA competitors like Third Impact joining us as well. But what squad are you looking at today that might make the biggest splash?
I'm looking into Team Ento. They're a fresh new series E-Series team, and I want to see them pop off this week.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Intel, right? We were talking about it just last night. The weeks beforehand, they were consistently challenging Team Cheez-It for that drop. It looks like we are headed into game number 1, joining on board with Team Pop-Tarts. Team Pop-Tarts yesterday, we got to see have very consistent first half, and then it all kind of started to fall apart for them. They were dropping Geyser, and now they're taking on Overlook here, and things are already working out well for them.
Yeah, I think Overlook is a good side of the map. It's early rotation if you need to. Beacon spawns 100%, I assume. So it's not bad.
Yeah, they do have the fallback beacon, right? Which is where it looks like they did pick it up. But if they don't get it, they get the no-name one. It's going to be a countdown circle. Team Liquid and CLG are in the area to try and contest for it. Here it is. Team Intel are in a fight over here by launch. You got 6 throwing in that thermite. We do have some compositional changes as well. 6 picking up the Wraith for them. They've already got the first knock. Hyarka is the one that goes down. That's the challenge, and that's the Gibraltar out. Nades out on the other side. Metro has to be careful playing the edge of this, getting door blocked by his own teammate, but it looks like it's going to be the 1v3 for Team Intel to finish this one off. And again, Team Intel are able to win out their fight, and now it's about starting to make the moves for rotates here. And oh, hey, that's nice, getting another armor for you to swap off onto.
Yeah, they had that easy contest. They barely got hurt. If they needed to reset, they would have had an easy reset. Now they're just trying to loot up, try to rotate.
And this is going to be a little bit difficult for them now, though, because they are a little bit later on the rotate. They're basically having to commit to playing the edge here. Here's TSM making their moves out of Fragment right now. They do have pings down on a team, it looks like, just ahead of them here. It's Imperial Howl playing the Octane. They're going with a Wraithless composition here, and so Maybe the Octane pads is what they're going to be using for a lot of their rotates now. As you can see, it's on a super low cooldown. You'll have it within the next 10 seconds here as they're making their way over towards Skyhook. Don't know if Liquid and CLG are still in the area. Do know that CLG typically tend to like to take the eastern side of Skyhook here. So we'll find out in just a moment if they'll be running into them.
Yeah, with the Octane switch, I think it's a very, very wild card. Sometimes it can be very situational, but I feel like it's a quick rotation for TSM. That's how they like to play, early rotates. So let's see how it works out for them.
They're trying to make their way into Countdown right now. Madness isn't even leading the charge. It was Lou and Vax over there. So a little bit difficult. They are getting pushed from behind by a squad. I don't know if that was TSM moving in for it, but hitting for Flesh is Vaxlon there with that G7 Scout. Madness has the cross angle set up on the building as well. A lot of teams are actually in the area, so this could be a disadvantageous fight for either of them to take. Vax is just going to go ahead and back up. It looks like they do have information. There are too many teams in the area. They cannot take a clean 3v3, and so they elect to just go ahead and try to play gatekeep on this edge, or maybe even get further deep into Countdown right now. Did Vax DC? That would be so bad, especially in the situation that he's in right now. Joining on board with NPL, who are playing over by Lava Fissure, just west of Countdown currently. They can hold down on this beacon building, and it looks like that's what they're going to try and do. They do have the Bloodhound along with the Gibraltar, so if they want to camp this beacon for as long as they can, that'd be great. The difficulty is, of course, they're still sitting on these white armors right now, Sung.
Yeah, so Bambino with the sniper, hopefully he can get at least like 1 or 2 blues before they can rotate, but I feel like they're in a good spot for now. But
this was the third team that was in the area, and this is why CLG backed up from this fight. You have TSM here. You got the team still stuck inside of the diner building, but TSM have one of the tallest buildings on the west side of the map, and they're not going to be forced to move for some time here. We'll see how well they can start evolving their armors right now. They do have the G7 Scout on Reps, who plays an amazing supportive role from the back line. If you get him a weapon that he can just absolutely lay into people from a distance, he will get those armors up for them for the time being. It has been a relatively slow game so far, in stark contrast to what we had last night, which was just honestly every single game was an absolute cluster of team fights all throughout the ways. We're down 19 squads, 56 players remaining. And so this is, I like seeing this right now, a bit more measured play, more rotational focused play coming out from a lot of our squads, making sure that they have the best team fight ahead of them. Snipe Down is, of course, going to be back on this Bloodhound. We've been seeing TSM test out a lot of different compositions with all the players really testing their legend pool at this point. Here's Team Pringles making their move into Lava City. We know that MPL are playing on the beacon building for now. Will Pringles, if they see that they have the white armors, make a play for that building?
it looks like they're trying to get a little bit closer. They see another team on the dome side, so I guess they're probably just gonna sit back and look around, see what's their next move.
Yeah, as you can see, he is starting to move on up. This is going to be Rice Krispie Treats that are in front of them currently. So 3 teams now right over here at Lava Fissure. And at this point, it has just become a standstill. No team's ready yet to quite pull the trigger, but we'll see once the nades start flying if anyone lays in with some decent damage, if anything happens here. Here's Team Razor, though, still looking for fights on the edge, and it looks like they've got his team stuck inside, but Muffins is calling it. Let's just go ahead and back up off of this. Oh, Hakulo took a lot of damage through that window. Now, they do have the bubble coming up very shortly and the defensive bombardment if they need to use it. And with Zero Tricky taking so much damage, they might have to. Right now, though, that squad is not looking to leave the building quite yet. That's going to actually allow Muffins to set up a crossfire now, coming over here to the right side of the building. Instead, the rest of the team joins up, and with this bubble, they should be able to safely rotate.
Yeah, the team just wants to play a little bit passive, just poke a little bit. I don't think they want to force that fight, but with Team Razor being able to escape, now they can just rotate safely.
So a lot of teams are now have made their way to the north side of this ring. We saw TSM take the path up there just minutes ago. Here's Team Pop-Tarts, who were in the area. I don't know if this was the squad that was playing inside of that beacon building or not. Intel finding themselves in another fight. That's going to be a full team fight win for them very shortly. They've already got 2 off of that squad. So that's 5 kill points that Intel have already picked up here in the early game.
Starting off strong.
And this is what we were talking about, right? The change in play style now, no longer really center zone focused like it used to be back in the Watson meta. It's about trying to find these isolated fights on the edge. Now here's Team Razor. They are making their way on into Skyhook, and we know that TSM is here. We know that CLG were relatively in the area as well. I don't know who TSM were getting shot at by the team that was inside the diner building, but it looks like Team Razor are running into someone right now. Arcstar into the window means Zeratricky backs up, but he still has high ground control over this building. A lot of utility being used by the squad. It is TSM pushing up, a great big 68 damage being done to McCarthy, excuse me, Muffins now, and that's going to be Abralele pushing in. It's Team Liquid, excuse me, making this push in, and oh, they've already lost out on 2. Abralele is the only one left, and Razor were able to recover extremely well there as Team Liquid were trying to get aggressive onto them. Now Abralele is the lone rat here on that Wraith trying to survive, but Hakulo does not want him to get away. He tried to get aggressive, but he looks back, sees that his team is not with him, and he'll just bide his time. Remember, Abralele has already used his Q, meaning there's really no option for him to try and get out now. TSM are looking to come in for the third party, though. Here's Imperial Howl on the flank. He's making a lot of noise with that Q, but they're not looking back at him. Almost got the 1 clip with the help of his squad. They get the knock onto Muffins now. It's a 2v3 for TSM. Remember, Abralele's still involved throughout all of this as well, but he is that solo rat. And now Imperial Howl. It's going to be hard to shake this man. He's got the Q, the stim boost to allow him to change up the angle. He gets the knock onto Hakulo, and now there are 2 solos left here for TSM to pick up. As soon as Snipe Down has that scan, he should be able to finish them off. Here's Zeratricky, the only one left for Team Razor. He uses that bubble now, but it's going to be the full send coming out from Imperial Howl and Reps. They will be able to get the kill onto him. Abralele's still alive, though, recovers the beacon or the banners for his squad. Now he needs to run, though. There's no way that TSM allow him to get this res off safely, even though there's a beacon here. He's going to try and run this one further down, try and get this res.
That was a clean third party for TSM right there.
And it's hard to be ready for that, right? You're not expecting the Octane to come out. If they have the pads, they're just right on top of you. Intel, they'll find themselves on the wrong side of the fight. Finally now, 6 has to back away. Panders needs to bat up as well. After 6 gets his bat off, he goes for the peak, but he's going to continue to just retreat now with the rest of his squad, as they can control these buildings for the time being, as they still need to recover. And so they make it safely inside, and they will heal up. All right, round 2 closing. We got 17 squads left, 49 players remaining, and we know that the 2 players missing right now, that's from Team Liquid. Abralele is still looking for a way to get his team inside. Take a look at MPL. They've moved out from Lava Fissure. Don't know if they've been able to upgrade their armors quite yet. TSM are probably sitting on all purples and a gold at this point, and so they can take this fight up against NPL. Skyhook looking like more and more of isolated fights now for TSM. Here's 303 over at Train Yard. Bambino's taking a lot of damage up top on that Pathfinder. So this might be the next fight to look out for. There's 2 minutes left, plenty of time to work with, and the ring's not too far away over there. You can see the charge rifle coming in. Bambino getting almost a full damage shot off with that one. Now back towards TSM's side, they are looking to hunt down Abralele inside the zone. Oh! That was the res. Flanker goes down, and then, of course, you've got Nocturnal to fall as well. And this is just kill point farming for TSM at this point. Now, TSM do have to be careful. A bit low on the HP there, but they will be able to hit that med kit and it's safely back inside. And this is what we're talking about. The quick movements of the Octane now. The buff that came with it is absolutely insane.
Oh, they just got gated.
Oh! NPL, we were talking TSM would be ready to take this fight, but not when they're coming out of the ring like that. Bambino goes down, Reps punishes him, but he will fall. It's all up to Snipe Down now, left in a 1v2 here. Dracos doesn't have any armor. He throws down the scan, actually gets sent up by I don't even know what there. As we do have him trying to go for the thirst at this point. Ronnie is desperately trying to hit this bat, and now we have Snipe Down running out of time here. He does get the knock onto Dracos, but it's going to be a full HP Ronnie going for the peek, and Snipe Down falls. It was so close. TSM fighting back from a 2v3. They still do end up farming about 8 kill points throughout all of that, but they only hit the threshold of 15th in the lobby. CLG now making their move right over here. At the on the bottom side of Trials, they do get the knocks onto Panders and 6. It's Lou and Vax on 1v2. Make that a 1v1 now. Vax versus Metro. It's got the Eva 8, and that's not quite what you want up against the Gibraltar here. Will back away here as he tries to hit some meds. He does have the scan, and so it's not going to be blind for him, but oh no, he gets caught in that animation, and somehow he survives. But here's Rockstar with the third party right on top of him, and he will pick up all the kill points. That's massive.
Let's explore this way.
Applejacks now making their move. Looks like they did balloon rotate in for this. Nade in. And so Aves has to be careful here. They will be able to climb up to this safe spot, but they have to worry about the team immediately there. That's going to be Rockstar playing out of the choke for now. And Rockstar, they will throw in the Nox gas grenade as well, using the bubble. So a lot of utility early on. Don't know if Duplex has his defensive bombardment. He does not there. Will throw down that bubble for himself as the defensive bombardment went down on top of him. But they can still try and play to try and force Rockstar into a bad fight here. Decent spray, hitting for the red as well. Backs up off of this one, but he's taking so much damage. He does not have his bubble for another 20 seconds as the nades come in. Applejack's playing this a little bit more conservatively now, but that allows Rockstar now to start finding some space. They are out, and now they're the ones turning the tables onto them. And Applejacks are caught up in the middle of two teams. There's another team inside Countdown proper. Here it is, Cooler coming in for the third party. Dell almost got the knock, but almost goes down himself as Yuki will use that gravity lift to change up the angle, but now the bubble's on the other side. He can't do anything at all. Dell has gone down to Tech. Will Dell be able to rejoin his squad? We'll find out in just a moment. Tech is able to get a knock onto Aves with the help of Matt Pickett there with that triple take. Trying to go for the thirst, but now Crummy and Tech super low on HP. Looks like Crummy, though, with the gold armor, will be able to reset faster, but is it going to be in time? Tech still struggling here. There's a lot of fights are taking place. Pringles versus 303 as well. Pringles ending up taking the better part of that fight, but NPL now getting involved. Dell is down. Yuki is the only one up for Cooler. Third impact, finish them off. So Applejacks are now down to 2. We got Rockstar as a full 3. And now Rockstar ready to push up. They throw down the bubble aggressively, getting on top of them. And this should be an easy team fight win. Crummy. All right, buddy, you got the R9. You don't need to go for the charge rifle, but they do get the team fight win there.
Yeah, they pretty much cleaned that up pretty quick.
Take a look. It looks like Team Pringles are continuing to fight it out as they do get the knock on the Joey Blackout. And Team Cheez It. And an amazing performance last night. Looks like Charlotte Phoenix, they're going to go down as well. Pride is gone. 7 squads remaining, 20 players left. And this is just a classical, I would say, end zone over here in Countdown right now. Bambino getting that finish on to Bronzy as it looks Mercy will fall as well, and Joey Blackout gets thirsted there. Geez, it's still in this though. 6 squads, 17 players remaining. It looks like they're just down to a duel for the time being. The Team Pringles have control over one of the best spots currently in this ring. Ooh, the knock and then the instant death of Prodigy Aces to the ring. So they still have one left. Rakanishu should be alive somewhere, as Pringles are trying to make the push into this building for the time being. As you see, the ring does pull away from them. They need to get rid of this squad. They need to do it quickly here. They only have about a minute left. And now as Presley does fall back to go ahead and hit that bat, they have the utility to try and go in for it. Unfortunately for them, of course, well, they have the Gibraltar ultimate. It does almost nothing in this situation. And you're trying to take this building. Fury takes a lot of damage, and he's forced to bat up while the rest of his squad tries to make this push on in. It's NPL on the other side. Bubbles used by both squads as NPL, Roddy, he's got his hands on a Prowler. This is the situation where he can just melt them. Instead, NPL decide to slow things down here, and they're still waiting it out. Bubbles will come up for either side in just about 10 seconds as well. Ronnie has that port to use. They try to go for, oh, they drop down actually, getting Rakanishu, that solo rat. So we do have Team Cheez It going down, and that means that this leaves the high ground available for Ronnie to get the angle onto Fury, and he absolutely melts him. This is massive for Team NPL. We saw at the beginning of the game, they were down on their luck. They had white armors. Now they've got the red, they've got the gold, they've got the high ground, one of the best spots in this ring currently. Dracos goes for the peek on out, doing some decent damage there. As it's Team Cruelty on the other side, finally getting the knock on to Phony. And now, though, nades being used by this squad at NPL. Their building is not actually in. They're forced out. It took a lot of ring damage here. Third impact, set up the crossfire on them. Already got 2 kills, and it's only one left. Draco's the last one to fall. We're now down to 4 squads with 12 players remaining. Mini did go down, though, so it looks like Rockstar in a fight right now. Getting that thirst onto Mini as well, and they will be able to pick them off very shortly now. Always Senpai here, but that allows third impact to come in for the third party from the high ground now as they finish off Tech. And so it should be third impact, the fully healthy squad here, the only full
goes down.
Live.
Rockstar gets cleaned up. It's just Pringles and third impact.
Pringles and third impact. Pringles have the high ground set up, but Fury is forced up off of it there. Defensive bombardment has gone down, and he thought might have been his own teammates, and he falls. It's a 1-for-1 exchange, though, as Jazz does go down as well. Never mind, it's a 1v2. Third impact with the man advantage, pushing up, trying to get that thirst for the armor swap, but it's not going to be in time. Third impact will take game number 1 of the evening. We really didn't get to see much of third impact there up until the end of the game. But what a win for them, Sung.
Yeah, I seen them in the kill feed. They killed off Killer, and they just won the game. Killed off multiple teams at the end, towards the end. But yeah, they had a strong final game.
Yeah, I mean, that was, of course, a countdown ending, and we got to see a lot of fighting around it. It was really refreshing to see. Of course, we had fights over by Lava Fissure, a lot of fights taking place over at Skyhook. Well, that was game number 1. We're going to go ahead and take a short break. When we get back, we'll have game number 2 of the evening right after this.
It is. Guess who is one of the rats? It's our boy, Rat Boy Ronnie.
TC Scissors is the first rat to go down.
He could potentially win this game, Jamerson. They're not really showing the rat much respect. Another rat. Another TomCat rat cam. It's just him again.
Q in. Does he actually make it to the building safe? He doesn't. Oh, no. That was
wow,
the
Ronnie.
nope out of there, but he's gone.
Sliced.
4 squad left.
Sliced. The rat.
The hell are they doing all the way down here? Clinical. Team Applejacks, though, left to still rat this one out as it's seen the TomCat double rat cam. Bronzies and Aves.
Looks like their third player has been lagging out, which is super unfortunate.
Rockstar are still in this. Matt Pickett ratting this one out as the first TomCat rat cam. Team Lonely Fans is Blueberry Small, the only one alive. He doesn't have any armor as well. He's going to try and sneak his way underneath, avoid a lot of that damage, and tucks himself into a corner.
Yeah, let's see if Ronnie can win this one out. We were just actually talking about this for Team Pop-Tarts. And
verses coming daily under pressure. Working on the plot and the scheme. The true side trademark is at the edge of your dreams. I'm talking. Yeah. One shot, now the future is yours. I'm turning dreams into reality. In the lab with the formula and chemistry. The memories spark and motivate and make the industry shake. With the bars and the breaks, I'm talking one chance at the soul. Goes for the goal. It's one shot, now the future is yours. Let's go.
Imagine you love frosting and filling.
I do love frosting and filling.
Oh, well, imagine if there was a way to enjoy that delicious goodness anywhere, anytime, out of the toaster, out of the box, out of one of those baggy thingies, with nothing but a thin layer of foil between you and...
Pasta.
Yes, Curtis. This is a commercial about pasta.
I love it.
Frosting and filling for your pasta.
I like pesto.
I wasn't born in the spotlight. Nah. Had to grind and shine like a star on a hot night. And something about the struggle now resides in my muscles. And every trial and trouble helped to hang my hustle. Real rock stars don't chase the spotlight. It chases them.
Hey, shake it, kiddo.
Love Dad. Whoa.
I've got this.
Kellogg's Rice Krispies Treats. A little love when it's needed.
It's Kellogg's, Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks, Corn Pops, Tiger Paws. They're Jumbo.
Jumbo snacks, snack time heroes. Gonna take them on the go. Eat your cereal, magnified, showing up for snacking time. Jumbo snacks, snack time heroes. Gonna take them on the go.
It's Jumbo. It's for snacking. It's Jumbo Snack.
Stack Pringles flavors. Make new ones.
How much do you think Pringles paid these people?
Hardly anything.
Hey, you guys want to stack different Pringles flavors to create new flavor combos? Here, I'll go first. Pizza, barbecue, and jalapeno. The spicy barbecue pizza stack.
Get him!
Grandpa, what's going on?
Pringles. We're trapped in a Pringles commercial. They must have taken us in our sleep.
How can we get out?
We can't, Summer. They warned me this would happen and I didn't listen.
Stack Pringles, make endless new flavors. Stacking Pringles to make new flavors. Make endless new flavors. Barbecue, wavy, and sour cream and onion equals a 3-layer dip stack.
Team, it's been a grind, but I think I've aged you well. Some might say perfect. Who's ready to show 'em who's the cheesiest?
I woke up feeling the cheesiest, coach.
Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
on time, I'm always late. Am I right, Sam? That's what I'm talking about. Tony T, what up, big boss? You know what to do.
Here I come, I am Cinnamon.
It's Kellogg's, Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks, Corn Pops, Tiger Paws. They're Jumbo.
Jumbo snacks, snack time heroes. Go take them on the go. Cereal, magnified, showing up for snacking time. Jumbo snacks, snack time heroes. Go take them on the go.
It's Jumbo. It's for snacking. It's Jumbo Snacks.
All right, welcome back, guys, to Series E during TomCat Week. It is Pro Night, and we had one of our invited pro teams, Third Impact, taking game number 1. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Mobile One leaderboard to see how many points they were exactly able to wrap up. It looks like they got 11 kill points overall for an overall 23-point game. Team Pringles, though, we're not that outdone now. 4 points behind Team Third Impact, and Team Rockstar are there as well, 3 points behind Team Pringles. So game number 1, largely a lot of the points going to these 3 teams. Taking a look at Team Intel, they went down fairly early in that last game, Sung, but they have 9 points overall.
Yeah, they won 3v3 fights back to back, but they just got gated in third, which is not a bad game.
Yeah.
9 points is not a bad game. They can bounce back.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things you really do have to try and find balance for, right? When we were talking about the play style of a lot of our teams now, finding the optimal fights on the edge there that are not going to get third-partied, but it looked like, Team Intel on their movements just ran into too many squads. And I think that's one thing, that they have been working on trying to figure out. NPL, though, we saw them get pretty late into the late game as well, 8 points overall. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Mobile One high performance of the moment of match number 1. This was when TSM went on their tear over at Skyhook. This was just respawn farming Team Liquid. You don't get to hear that often.
Right. They were just punishing Liquid for respawn and just get gated.
And this all started off, too, I believe it was, I'm trying to remember the other squad that was involved. Team Razor, right? Team Razor.
Yep.
Started their fight up against Team Liquid, and then the third party came in for TSM. See how well this that Octane pickup works for them. On board with Third Impact, they were the winners of game number 1, and so it's going to be a split here. Epicenter Refinery for Third Impact. Typically, we've been seeing Third Impact get challenged here, but not this time around. Rakanishu able to drop on someone, so we do have Cheez-It getting challenged over here at Lava City, and that is a nice loadout to start off with. Volt's Mastiff he can go with, as it looks like they are looking to hunt down the rest of this squad. Rakanishu doesn't have another scan for about 10 seconds left, but Joey Blackout was able to get the win up against Silex there. Took almost no damage, as now they know where the third player is. They don't even need the scan, but it will help them finish him off. There you go. He's got him pinged down. They do hit for that white armor, and they take him out. Cheez-It get a really quick team fight win here. It looks like the ring will be pulling away from them. We'll find out in just a moment where that ring goes.
And I'm assuming that's the same team that was contesting Countdown. I guess they switched spots.
Yeah, this is why it's so important to have a drop, right? To already be like an established team. Everyone knows where TSM goes. Everyone knows where CLG goes. And so a lot of times just your own presence will stop people from contesting you. Here is Team Razor, though, making an early play inside the train tunnels just northeast of Skyhook right now. CLG in their sights, but it looks like CLG have completely just moved down and will continue to loot up throughout Skyhook. Ring pulling to the south. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. Zeratricky will continue looting up, and there it is. We got the ring going on over for a split second there. Ooh, gold armor. All right, there we have it. So it looks like it is going down to Harvester along with staging. If you see this circle, where are you going to be playing?
I think it's gonna pull mainly towards, my guess, probably towards Harvester. It looks like some teams are guessing it's staging. I'm not sure what's Team Rockstar is doing. I think they're just playing on the top tracks, which is not a bad spot.
TSM on their rotate, get caught out by a squad that was coming through that train tunnel connector, and looked like there was a gold cargo bot for them to pick up as well, but they have to be careful now. They might just get stuck trying to go over towards that beacon building, the respawn beacon building, but Reps is taking a lot of damage. Hal is getting shot up from Harvester as well. He does have that stim to give him the extra movement speed. There's a full squad inside, and he does not have Snipe down there to scan up for them. They're going to be relegated now down to play inside the crack here, but it looks like Snipe down. He has other sights on him. He's going to go ahead and throw down that scan, and now he knows full well that there's a squad in here. Here's Rockstar, though, coming in for the flank onto this team. Tech is going to be on that crypto. EMP for EMP. We don't get to see that as often anymore, and he's just stuck. Matt Pickett goes down because of the slow of the EMP, but Crummy does answer back. Goes AMG. Tech is by himself, but of course he is on that crypto. If they do get thirsted, you can pick him up with the bot and get him back into the game.
And that's the perk for a crypto. You just back up and just go for banners. You don't need to force that fight. You guys already lost. Just back up and just grab the banners.
We've seen Tech be able to do that, but right now he did get chased pretty far by Fat Fruit Ninja. Still within the range of the drone to be able to pick up. We'll see how aggressive AMG try to get off of this. If they camp the banners, if they try and keep a spot out for the drone. They know that there was, of course, one on the other side. Here's CLG over here by Survey Camp right now. A lot of scans being used. Madness is the first one to go down. Zero Tricky picks that one up. Team Razor looking to finish off what they started earlier on. Muffins, Zero Tricky, Mr. Hakulo, all looking full healthy there as they're continuing to push up here. Bubble has been used for Zero Tricky. He still needs to heal up that armor for now. He does have Muffins up top, and Zero Tricky gets that thirst onto Madness. So they will have that armor swap.
Lose down.
If they need to fall backward. Oh, they do get the knock onto Lou, but Muffins took a lot of damage for that. He's going to elect to start using that Phoenix hit here as Hakulo gains the high ground for his squad to look over him. Muffins covering that door for now, but CLG, rarely do we see them lose a fight like this in such a convincing fashion. All right, now Team Razor, they do have full control over here, and we know that the ring is pulling down over towards Staging and Harvester, but Razor are a team that we've seen evolving, really picked up the edge composition early on and have been making it work and work slowly but surely, and we spot out one player and using the balloon to get out of here.
Yeah, they've been improving their edge gameplay. It's not hard. It's not easy to do.
Yeah, they've got all this loot to pick up as well, so they don't need to move out of the area. They haven't finished off CLG completely, and so there is still the rat just hanging around. And, I believe it's Vax that's left for CLG. We have Tech still alive right now for Team Rockstar as well. And now these players will see if they can try and recover their teammates. There's still plenty of time left, but we've seen how slow that these games have been playing out right now here for the pro night. Do have Muffins trying to look for anyone here on the edge. They're hoping that maybe the Refinery team was a little bit slow on their rotate, but we'll see. They do have pings going out to the north right now inside that train with a 2-4 scope on that Hemlock. Trying his best. He will go ahead and redeploy for that high ground. But I don't know if he actually saw anyone or if they're just hoping that there's someone here. Here is Team Intel on the fight at the edge over by Tree. There's a Remnant squad on the other side. A lot of nades coming in. And oh boy, Metro might go down. He has no bubble as well, so we can't use the bubble right now. As 6 will fall. High Arca gets the better of him this time around. It's the Mozambique to come on in. And here's Panders left in the 1v3, stuck on the low ground, getting some decent damage off. Eva 8 there, and he does get one knock onto Britt Marie scan out now, but he will ultimately fall down. High Arca gets all 3 of those.
Even though with the Los Carlitos, with the low armor disadvantage, they had the advantage with the abilities, with the silence, with Metro without getting that bubble out, and with the hammer points, which hits hard.
Yeah, Right now, though, Bert Marie does need to heal up. You don't get that passive from the Octane when you're inside the ring right now, and so they will be able to full heal. And that's I guess a 50-50 now. It is going either way. Yeah, it's absolutely massive. It's so often. It's not that often that you get to actually play up against the Revenant in competitive. He's definitely very popular in ranked, but losing out on that cooldown, it's massive. Here's Cooler, though, in a fight. Team Liquid were able to get him with the help of Stunning as well. Rice Krispie Treats are involved in this fight over by staging right now. Take a look at Liquid's loot. They're the ones that come out from trials, and they definitely are looking fantastic for it. Albralele with the gold armor, gold helm. Flanker himself has some gold armor, so their utility goes a very long way. They could just be running around with cells if they need to. Here comes the squad pushing up. Albralele did some decent damage with that Volt. We'll go for the wide swing, and they finish off Cooler. Not even making 15th place. Now joining on board with Applejacks. They're not too far away from this either, as Rolders get some decent damage with that R301. And now they do have to be careful. And they see the bubble behind them, so they know that they could be sandwiched. We don't see it through the X-ray quite yet, but Applejacks are happy to hold this position for the time being. Here on that choke, just north of Thermal Station. Currently 2 teams ahead of them and another team behind them. Aves has to be careful playing this position. The charge rifle is poised. Try and farm up damage off of him. He's going to go ahead and elect to fall back towards the Dorito building here. Again, you have to play things slow right now, especially when there's 16 squads left. 47 players remaining, so it looks like we did get some reses, or maybe they just ended up falling. Go ahead and check in with teams like Rockstar and CLG to see if they were able to recover.
You do see Tech on the bottom south skyhook with Crummy.
Yeah, it looks like he was only able to get Crummy throughout that.
With that res, yeah.
No, it's going to be hard. They're going to be, of course, just starved for loot at this point, but they'll be able to rotate through Countdown, Train Yard, pick up any remnants of loot at this point. But we have a lot of teams that they ended up focusing on Harvester, thinking the pull was going to go over there. Right now, though, it's NPL getting naded out. Ronnie just stuck in the middle of nowhere, getting burned down by a thermite, backs away with that Q. But Dracos is the only full healthy one on the squad. We have Bambino, of course, bleeding out. And oh my goodness, Hyarka once again. The hammer points coming in, doing so much damage. NPL are out.
He almost got him. He almost had him at that rat corner, but that disruptor rounds got better than.
No, don't bring up the disruptor rounds. No. I'm having flashbacks of you just mentioning the disruptor rounds, man. But here, yeah, Los Carritos now is really being able to snowball off of that fight on Intel. They've got the purple armors all around, picking that one up. Applejacks slowly moving out of their position before. It looks like they might have this other team on the ropes here, but you can see Rollers is still worried about the third party, and that's what you need to do. It's Team Liquid ahead of them. And Liquid, again, with the double gold armors, they've got the purple as well to work with, as he does back off himself to use that bat. Here's Albralele trying to retake the high ground for his squad. Scan comes out, shows that they have backed up, shown their back. That allows Albralele to get some decent damage off. Third impact in a fight up against Razor as well. It's coming down to a 1v1 here. It looks like Zera Tricky, a lot of thirst going down. Albralele gets the first knock onto Applejacks with that Volts, and what a beautiful spray. 104 pushing up with that EVA 8 now gets the knock, and it's just one last player remaining here. Team Liquid do clean up Applejacks. We're down to 13 squads now. It looks like third impact get finished off as well, but we have Team Cheez-It here coming in for the third party, and Rakanishi will finish off Zera Tricky. And it looks like it was just a move to try and get into Harvester. Still a lot of squads here in this area right now. Team Cheez-It, though, will be the beneficiaries of all of this additional loot. Rakanishu picks up the purple, the 204 damage left on it. Instead, swaps off to the gold. The ring will continue to pull away now over towards staging side. And we commented earlier that a lot of teams just thought it was going over to Harvest, or maybe they were just stuck over at Harvester because of the positions that teams were holding. AMG were holding the choke over by Train Tunnel. You saw Cheese It there, able to win out on the Northeast Snake. But here now teams are starting to converge upon staging proper. Liquid making their move on up. Rockstar, like we said, they were able to recover Crummy at the very least. Unfortunately, not able to get Matt Pickett. Crummy might go down once again. He's dropped down to about 3 HP. The bubble has been used. Remember, the fast heal has been removed as well. And so he just gets the reset. Will only get the one medkit off. Still needs to bat up as he backs away now. Top, it looks like Prodigy Aces. Team Cheese are continuing their push now, getting the kill onto Team Pringles. Presley to go down. Rockstar backing up off of this one, playing right now in the bridge. They have to be careful. They are playing as a duo. Ooh, Phony getting a knock onto Snipe Down TSM in this fight as well. Here's Team Cheese It fending off another push, or maybe they're just finishing off their push here, getting the thirst onto this squad. As the nades do come out for Rakanishu. The gold armor, of course, is going to allow him to heal up really quickly with the cells. Now the scans out as Joey Blackout is controlling a lot of this building with the barrels. You can see their flank is covered with those as well. Charlotte Phoenix getting involved in that TSM fight. Imperial Hell to go down. Reps to knock out the 303. Bambino is the only one up for him right now. Reps getting 2. We'll see how much more TSM can get. There we go. They will be able to finish that one off. But Reps does ultimately go down. TSM out in 10th place. Team Cheez It still holding position here at the bottom of this building as the ring finishes closing.
Yeah, with the Reps holding it down by himself against the 303 squad, being able to get 2 KP out of that, I think.
At least 2 KP. And yeah, I don't know exactly what happened to TSM. We weren't really taking a look at what was going on up there, but it looked like, of course, Snake can be hard to play. You see the pings going out. Those high grounds makes this building extremely hard to play, especially if you're on that roof. That's why you saw 303 going down here. On board with Rice Krispies. They do have a team in front of them. Casper has fully healed up his armor. As oh boy, Team Liquid Hierarcha coming in, got the knock. The Mozambique again, getting the instant thirst as well. Team Liquid now down to a duo, and I mean, they do have the mobile respawn beacon. They throw it down. They're gonna port up for this.
He grabs banner, but they also scan another team on top.
And this is huge. They're trying to come in. Yeah, they see that they're trying to go for this play right now. They do not want to allow Team Liquid to try and reestablish themselves in this fight. They still have not plugged him into the beacon as well. Albralele is sitting right on top of it. He just needs to hold his train card. Does a lot of damage once again with that Volt, but now he might get flanked here. He got the Revenant right above him, and he has to back away. Albralele popping the cell will allow him to re-peek for now, and he does chase after, hitting for flesh. He does clear him. Uzako goes down. And now, here's Albralele with about 50 HP. They get the thirst onto Uzako. But Flanker is in the back line with the flatline. Doesn't have a sight on him. Oi Senpai will be able to come in for the third party, taking them all out. Absolute Monarchy, though, in a fight over here in the northeast side of the map. Finally pushing out from that train tunnel now here. Back on board with Team Liquid. They will ultimately fall.
Hierarchy up the hammer points again, once again.
Yeah. You can see they've got another squad in their sights. That's going to be Charlotte Phoenix going down. Charlotte Phoenix had the run of the lobby yesterday, but today they're not finding the same kind of success quite yet as Absolute Monarchy with the absolute high ground over here at Harvester, using it extremely well. Bat Brute Ninja batting up just before he can even get that Evo shield up. It was 18 damage off, so not able to fully min-max, but there it is. Team Pop-Tart stuck on the low ground. Impulse goes down. That was Britt Marie there, but he will fall. And finally, they go down. Pop-Tarts put a stop to their run. We're down to 5 squads, all full squads as well. Team Cheez It making their move up against AMG, who are on the other side. Luckily for Team Cheez It, they have a lot of cover to move from. From car to car, we have the Beast of the Hunt going as well. Barakanishu to clear out the rotate for themselves. It looks like they won't be fighting quite yet, and they have been able to maneuver themselves onto one of the best positions now. playing on the southeast side of this. If they can make it over to the train tracks, that might be the winning position for them right now. But Prodigy Aces drops back to the low to set up this cross angle. Get some decent damage onto that Gibraltar. Again, they are not expecting his angles. And Prodigy Aces is getting so much free damage off onto AMG. Forcing out the bubble. Here comes the scan as well from the other side. And with still 3 other teams in the lobby, Prodigy Aces and company are playing this slow. And of course, respecting the other teams in here. Oh boy, GS Bird has gone down as Liquid are making their push on out. Stunny does get the knock onto Absolute Monarchy as well, but AM survived this for the time being. Sleepy Panda is alive. He does have that port. He's going to go ahead and use the res right here. Flashpoint. Kupski, Mini, Oi Senpai. They're playing inside the respawn beacon building. You can see the pings are going down for the fences as well. Right now, looks like Absolute Monarchy losing out on one. Might be playing it out as a solo in this last ring. We'll finish closing in the next 15 seconds.
It does look like they're low in resources. Senpai and Mini will not full armors.
And that's what happens. We were talking about it in game number 1, right? When you elect to try and take the best position, that oftentimes you're just not able to get into the fights and pick up bodies for more loot. Here do come some nades as Oi Senpai will finish off Fat Fruit Ninja. And so now we are down to our final 3v3v3. We got Team Pop-Tarts playing the train tracks. We've got Team Cheez-It to the southeast as well. And it looks like Pop-Tarts have the full angle set up here. But this is the final slow ring. We'll see who gets forced out of their position first. It looks like Flashpoint might be forced out of that building before they can make anything else happen. Team Cheez-It thing here on the edge have some cover to work with. It's all about the timing here in the late game.
Yeah, it looks like he uses portal to grab extra loot, which they need.
And that port being used, though, for that angle, you can see the portal ending at the edge of that zone. So he's not going to really have that as an option. Maybe if they want to tank the ring, but we know how hard the ring hurts at this point. Now, at this point, let's see. We do have Flashpoint. They've got double purples, but like you said, their economy, not great. Oi Senpai and Mini haven't been able to heal yet as well. The pings are going down. They're trying to look for a position. They're thinking to try and play for underneath that ledge. How do you play this one out?
It looks like they're going to try to walk it out slowly with the zone and just bubble out. They do have a little room to play with the bubble. Especially
it's
with
Joey
that
Blackout here. You have to worry about that Nox gas grenade coming in from Joey Blackout. The port is being used, or it might have just been a Q there for Team Pop-Tarts. You had a nice cross-angle fire being set up from inside that train tunnel, but it doesn't provide that much cover right now. You can see the barrels going down. Be careful and pop those before they even get cleared, but that's a nice throwing arm on Joey Blackout, getting it pretty far deep into that circle right now. They've got 3 in there, providing them some cover. Prodigy Aces, nice spray down as the ring does start closing in. Team Cheez-It looking to finish this one off. They have full priority over the center of this ring right now. Defensive bombardment goes down right on top of them. Will they be able to back up safely? They use this expertly as well. As you can see, the Beast of the Hunt popping, and so Impulse has full vision over that right now, but Team Cheez-It do survive that onslaught, and here comes the full push on out. Aggressive bubble being used by Team Pop-Tarts right on top of Team Cheez-It. This is going to allow Flashpoint to come in for the third party. It's a 1-for-1 exchange, 2v2v3 right now, as Cheez-It lose out on one more. Flashpoint are the beneficiaries of all of this, and Flashpoint, the last one to push out, and they get the win here in game number 2.
Well played for them.
Yeah, and it looked like, it was being set up, but you saw how much utility was being used from either side, from Team Pop-Tarts and, of course, from Team Cheez-It onto each other, and it was the full commit. And like you said, Sung, it was about slowly walking that one out and try to buy the time.
Yeah, you see Cheez-It's trying to gas them out, try to trap them in so they can have that forced 3v3, but it seems like Pop-Tart flew into them and fought that 3v3 and let a Flashpoint reset and be able to third party that.
Yeah, so congratulations, Flashpoint, for taking game number 2. We're going to take a short break. When we get back, we'll have game number 3 of Series E right after this.
Verses coming daily under pressure. Working on applying the scheme. The true side trademark is at the edge of your dreams. I'm talking. Yeah. One shot, now the future is yours. I'm turning dreams into reality. In the lab with the formula and chemistry. Your memories spark and motivate and make the industry shake. Get the bars and the breaks. I'm talking one chance, that was so close. Where to go? It's one shot, now the future is yours. Let's go.
Imagine you love frosting and filling.
I do love frosting and filling.
Oh, well, imagine if there was a way to enjoy that delicious goodness anywhere, anytime, out of the toaster, out of the box, out of one of those baggy thingies, with nothing but a thin layer of foil between you and...
Pasta.
Yes, Curtis. This is a commercial about pasta.
I love it.
Frosting and filling for your pasta.
I like pesto.
I wasn't born in the spotlight. Nah. Had to grind and shine like a star on a hot night. And something about the struggle now resides in my muscles. And every trial and trouble helped to hang my hustle. Real rock stars don't chase the spotlight. It chases them.
Hey, shake it, kiddo.
Love Dad. Oh.
I've got this. Kellogg's Rice Krispies Treats. A little love when it's needed.
It's Kellogg's, Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks, Corn Pops, Tiger Paws. They're Jumbo.
Jumbo snacks, snack time heroes. Go take them on the go. Eat your cereal, magnified, showing up for snacking time. Jumbo snacks, snack time heroes. Go take them on the go.
It's Jumbo. It's for snacking. It's Jumbo Snacks.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Series E as we are getting ready to head into game number 3. We're talking about consistency in squads, being able to make it to the late game. Flashpoint is one of them, and they were able to take the W there in game number 2. Well, let's see how many points they were actually able to put on for that game, because they were playing relatively slow throughout all of that. And ultimately, they do get 23 points here after 2 games. But when you play center zone, what typically ends up happening there, son?
Center zone, sometimes you get a high top 5 placements, some kills, it depends on where you are, but end zone you usually get top 5, I would say.
And with it looks like a lot of our teams going down early on, we have a decent spread here. Third Impact are currently in the lead, but we have to remember that Third Impact, they took the dub in game number 1, and they only put up what, 2 points? Yeah, 2 points in game number 2. And so we have Team Cheez It and Team Flashpoint right behind them by 2 points. Team Pringles is only 3 points behind Third Impact, and so that opens the field for basically the rest of our lobby to come in right now. Surprisingly enough, taking a look at our bottom 5, we have Charlotte Phoenix, CLG, Cooler Esports. Would you have expected that after 2 games?
No, I assume CLG would have done way better since they have the first game, first zone. That great positioning right there, but I think they got a third party at the end. But with CLG on the bottom 4, I expect them to be a little bit higher.
Yeah, and they do have 4 more games to do it right now. Other teams were looking to see if they can pick it up right here in the bottom 10. Team Liquid currently at 9 points behind TSM and Team Intel in 9th and 10th place. So a lot of our pro teams right now, we expect them to do better with 4 games. We definitely expect them to do better. With now taking a look at the Mobile One high performance moment of game number 2. This is Pop-Tarts, and we were talking about all the utility being used by either side, allowing Flashpoint to come in for the finish there, Sung.
Yeah, with Pop-Tart having to force that fight because the zone was on their tail and have no cover, they had to force that bubble fight.
And a lot of times, right, it's not about just playing for the win. It's at least playing for second place, because not only are you just going to get the 2 additional points from going from 3rd to 2nd, which they did look like ultimately did not get it there. Flashpoint got the win, but Flashpoint weren't able to do it in a flashy style. They didn't get that many kill points, it looks like, but they do clean up the end of this. And that's kind of the trade-off, right? When you play center zone, securing yourself top 5, that's at least 4 points in terms of placement. And then if you can get into the top 1 position, that you ultimately generally end up with at least 5 kill points. It's not, a huge game. It's not a 23-point game like we saw Third Impact do in game number 1. But if you can consistently get these top 5 positions, that will help you out in the long run.
Yeah, and I agree. It's better than getting 0 points.
Yeah, get better than getting 0 points right now.
Yeah.
I believe only one team, 8th Dimension, not familiar with them, are currently sitting on that big old goose egg. But like I said, we still have 4 more games to go. We'll see if they can pull out anything. I think, when we were talking about Los Corridos in that last game, definitely surprising us, taking out Team Intel, taking out a lot of our squads. But we're joining on board once again with Third Impact, who are currently in the lead, but not by much. Razor and CLG. Did they just get into a fist fight?
Oh.
I think they did. They just dropped on top of each other and just meleeed it out.
Yeah.
As CLG ultimately won that one. Yeah, someone brought a gun to that fist fight, by the way, and I think it might have been Madness, who had like a Re-45 or something.
I think it was a P2020.
Oh man, I really hope that the LTM that we had, where like every spot was like high loot, does make its way into standard play. I think dropping with the Mozambique at the very least feels better, and then removing that loot pool from the loot pool. How do you feel about just bringing the LTM to standard play?
Yeah, it helps a lot with rank, anything, with just a better loot overall. If it's during for comp, you can literally just walk out with a blue or higher armor, so you don't need to worry about white armors. But yeah, I agree. It's the best LTM for Apex right now.
Did you see that gold cargo bot? He's just looking at it. It's like, oh, gold sniper mag. This is exactly what I wanted. Third Impact on the move, though. They do have a lot of pings going down right now as they're making their way out of Epicenter here. Players still in Refinery, and so they are a little bit split up. As you can see, Ziki is still down in Epicenter proper, and then you have Jazz that is playing out of Refinery for now. A lot of pings going over to Survey Camp. They did find some kills there, I believe, in the last game, and it's all up to Balanji to keep an eye on it for the time being. But again, it's going to be a slow early game. TSM now slowly making their way out of Fragment East, just looting up. And this is honestly very slow in terms of what TSM generally do, getting out of Frag East. But
rotation.
looks like they are, so it looks like they're just full committing for the edge.
Yeah, it looks like they're just taking their time, getting as much loot as they can, and just look for the edge fights.
We're on board with MPL, though, coming out of Lava Fissure right now. The ring is pulling over to the east. We haven't taken a look at the map quite yet. And they do have the Bloodhound, so they might have the ring information for us. There's a blue armor on the ground, which means that someone picked up a purple. We'll see. Ronnie gets that one. Yeah, full blue armor as well. And so they at least know that there's one purple on the other side of quite possibly this fight. Bambino setting up the crossfire now, pushing up. They do have Ronnie and Dracos there on the on the west of this as well, but it looks like it's a looting path for them for the time being. 20 seconds to go before the ring starts closing in. Here's Team Cheese in the fight over at Geyser, made their move on up. Prodigy Aces is taking a lot of damage, but they forced out the bubble. They back up to really just try and play this building. Looks like it will be going over to Geyser. Could possibly pull up towards No Name. I'd like to take a better look at the map to know exactly where this one's going.
If it's, I feel like it's gonna pull towards Geyser 100%.
Yeah, this is looking like, for all intents and purposes, possibly a Geyser. There is that 50-50 chance of it going to No Name, but every team right now committing for that Geyser play. Bambino goes on back as another team is starting to push out from that tunnel connector towards No Name. And they want full control of this building, and so they will just go ahead and elect to slow play this for the time being. G7 Scout Mastiff for ASCII, as Rice Krispies were in the area. So they were able to make their way here as well. Casper, still sitting on that white armor, has not done any damage yet to work his way on up with it, but he will have the opportunity with that G7 Scout. He's got the white mag on it as well, so we'll see.
Stunny's going for a portal play, maybe a kidnap.
Oh, Stunny going in. Here's the scan as well to try and help him out with it. But it's not set up beautifully for that. The inescapable portal play was still on the ground. Right now, though, Casper will go ahead and back up as they do have 2 levels to play up off of this. Big fight taking place. Intel over by, it looks like maybe they're making a push onto Uzako and company, chasing after them. Uzako's already gotten 2 knocks. 6 is down to 20 HP, and he will fall. And Los Corritos end up taking them out again, 2 games in a row.
And you see Hierarch with the hammer points once again. I guess that's his main item. Main gun.
Oh boy, Absolute Monarchy. They got the first knock on this fight, I believe. They took Flanker down first, so it's already a 2v3 in their favor right now. Fat Fruit Ninja gonna heal up because, of course, this is just a slow fight for them. They do have to be careful. At some point, I imagine Rockstar, maybe even CLG will come in for the third party. They go trying to take a fight, but the high ground is maintained by Team Liquid on the other side. Fat Fruit Ninja looking to try and make the flank here, creeping up now behind them. They are on top of the train carts right now, as he does get spotted out. So the jig is up for him, but the rest of his squad is starting to push up as well, as he will back up off of this for now. Defensive bombardment has been used to try and slow things down. Now Bralele has that gold armor once again to heal up. Now it's going to be a roof fight here. All up to Bralele, goes in for the first swing. Does some damage, but not enough quite yet. There we go. That's the kind of damage you're looking for. Now they are looking to commit onto this fight. They've opened it up as they have split up the squad as well. But this fight is taking so long, Sung.
Yeah, with the rooftop with the bunch of windows, it's such a hard push for them, and it makes it so much easier for Liquid to hold it down because they have one way up there just to climb up.
Yeah, you can see where that bubble is. That's how you get up. And they get the knock onto Lifty, bringing this down to a 2v2. They're going to be able to heal up as well. The port is going to be used because the banner is just about to expire. He picks that one up. They do get out of this one. So it might be a full disengage from either side. See how hard they engage. And yep, you go in on that as he drops down instantly. He needs the help though, as he's dropped down low. Bralele in the 1v1 now as he's chasing after him, does a lot of damage, pulls out that triple take and gets a full connect to the body with it. And Team Liquid win it out in the 3v2.
That rooftop, man. It's so many angles for Team Liquid to get those picks, get those sprays. It's such a hard push for AM to push on that. Even with the Gibby
Now
ult.
we do have third impact, finally finding a fight here, making their way on out from Overlook, moving to the south side of this ring. They've got a team stuck inside the car for now, as Zicky with a beautiful crossfire, but the third party from No Name forces him back. The charge rifle almost getting a full connect onto him for now. This is going to be forced to bat. We do have the defensive bombardment going down, as they're going to go ahead and throw in the arc stars and nades and everything. Full bombardment. Here's Los Carritos going in. They have full committed onto basically the pub stomp play here. Hammer Point Hyarka with the P2020 in the fear and Cracked goes down and gets finished off. And you know, if it works, it works.
It's just scary. Yes, this comp is just full sent. It's hard to counter. I can say that.
Yeah, you've got the jump pads to immediately take advantage of that totem as well. And ultimately, when you have an extra 300 HP to fight off of, that's what you're really getting off of that Revenant totem. As now they're sitting pretty. They've got 2 purple armors, the gold armor on Brit Marie right now. They've got the pings going down over to sorting. I wonder what that's all about. Hyarka keeping an eye on Geyser. As you can see, every team is actually in there, and the poll is up towards No Name.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that at all. Look how many teams are in Geyser.
Yeah, so teams that I'm looking at, it's going to be TSM along with Charlotte Phoenix right now. They're controlling the 2 main chokes to get out of Geyser. Those are the 2 squads that should be looking to get as many kill points as possible in the mid game. As long as they can hold down their positions. TSM not quite running the composition you want to be able to hold here, but this is a really strong position. And of course, with their gunplay, they should be able to do it. $16 squads remaining, 45 players missing. So some teams are damaged right now as TSM keeping an eye on No Name. And, you know, it doesn't look like they have the ring information. I'm just hoping that maybe it does pull down into Geyser and those teams are forced to fight. But they're not going to find anything on that side of the map. Where they need to focus is over here on Geyser right now. Team Cheez-It. Don't know that it's pulling away. They will find out in about a minute and a half. As ring number 2 starts closing up, all these squads are going to be extremely disappointed when they see the next ring revealed.
Yeah, with TSM, I feel like they assume it's a Geyser pool as well. That's why they have two watching the No Name entrance instead of the other side.
We have a minute now as the ring closes, and that's when everyone's going to take a look at the ring and be like, what the hell is that? But here's Joey Blackout. He has control over this building, of course, playing on that caustic. He has all the barrels out. He's got beautiful 30-30 repeater setup as well, giving him 12 shots overall. Here's Applejacks, one of the teams controlling another choke to try and get out of Geyser. But this is a pretty far run, having to go all the way west now. But Applejacks will be happy with this position. They've got a composition that can hold this one down. You got the Bloodhound to watch your back with the scans, but they have pings down. There's a full team in front of them over in those blue bins right now. This is a scary position to be in. Rollers has to be on point with these scans, and luckily for him, he will have the Beast of the Hunt.
And you do see that team is shooting them in the back right there on the mountain, trying to grief the teams in the middle.
Arcstar comes out to force them out of the angle, forcing the bubble as well. We'll see. Does Duplex have the ultimate to throw down after this? The other team realizes as well that that maybe it might be a full send coming in soon. So Applejacks now are forced back for a moment. They do have the Beast of the Hunt. The scan comes out as it is the push out from this squad. The Bloodhound almost getting cracked there, almost going down. Duplex is able to get the knock on to Dracos. Aves is dropped down low as well as he will fall back. Here comes the nades though, and a defensive bombardment now finally being used here. They're not gonna have the bubble. Bambino has to back away and Dracos will fall. Applejacks push this team out as, oh boy, Aqualix and company, Los Corritos take out Team Liquid. Back on board with Applejacks, who, like I said, had to worry about their back. It's all up to Rolders with these scans, and he's been doing a great job. The Beast of the Hunt just ending there, but his scans proved invaluable throughout all of that time. Rice Krispie Treats tried to make the push out. As soon as we saw that ring pull away from Geyser, teams were looking for it. And that's why we were talking about these chokes. These 3 chokes to play are so important.
Yeah, this choke especially is such a hard uphill high ground. It's such a hard pull choke to even push, even whatever comp you have. It's such a hard push.
Yeah, like you have to commit all of your cooldowns just to get up, and then when you have to start fighting, then you have nothing. Here we go, our TomCat rat cam. It's gonna be E-Rat Ronnie once again, as he sees every team around him right now. It's TSM though. They have lost out on one. Lou was able to get the knock onto Imperial Howl. Yeah, the Kraber. Seeing the petitions from a lot of players remove it from comp play because of players like Lou. Howl is getting rezzed up though, and so he is back into things right now as Reps has to go for that peak because Howl is still... Yeah, the bubble is there for him to heal up now, and Lou does go down as he tried to get aggressive on this. So the tables have been turned on CLG. TSM now playing the T1 position up here on the rocks are really happy to have pushed out from that tunnel. Imperial Howl healing up slowly as well, and again, he has his passive to work off of, but are they just out of armor or something? Reps hasn't healed quite yet, but we do have another team ahead of them right now, as you can see. Snipe Down is trying to find an angle. He spots out too. He's got the Spitfire. He could lay into them, sliding down, forcing them all the way back to the car. Great scan from Snipe Down there. Realizing that, yeah, there is a third party. They can come in. Does not get over aggressive. He wanted to, you can see, was ready to slide down. Applejack's now in position. They have moved out of their choke, have made their way over to the respawn beacon over by No Name. And a golden sniper ahead of you, but he's also got the golden mag on that Volt, and so he can swap up weapons pretty quickly there. And, really have almost no downtime with the automatic reload. 13 squads remaining, 35 players left here in the 4th zone right now as the ring continues to pull over now. TSM in one of the best positions for this ring.
And you can see there's only 2 buildings in No Name.
Yeah, 2 buildings left in No Name. What's that? The Dorito building, and then is that the 2-story building left?
Yeah, the smallest 2-story building. Yep.
And so, yeah, not too much to play around the Dorito building. The 2-story though, maybe 2 teams can hold position, but that's 3 teams out of the 13 squads we have left here. Team Cheez-It have full committed on to this side right now, fighting it out over by Geyser, but they have taken so much damage, handing out the extra heals as well. Prodigy Ace is the only healthy member on his squad right now. Ronnie does go down to 303 as Los Corritos are coming in for the third party up against Team Pringles. There it is. Joey Blackout goes down, and the silences are coming in from that Revenant. It's going to be the full send as Rakanishu is the only one still alive. Brit Marie was able to take out Prodigy Aces, and here comes the push from the Revenant squad right now. You still have to clear that ultimate for him as well. And Rakanishu, he's hitting basically the bottom of the barrel, has nothing left. Armor swap to keep him healthy at this point, as it looks like the full push is coming out now from this squad. Xako does go down, but they will survive for now, and here comes the res. With 10 seconds left to go, they need to move instantly.
There's another team holding them out as well.
Yeah, it's Team Pop-Tarts on the other side of this one. Here we go, the mad scramble for the rush, but again, both teams are being pressured by the zone now. Luckily though, Hierarcha once again, the hammer points really connecting there, and it's all up to Stomps. He's taking a lot of damage. We'll try and sneak in behind them as he's got the Eva 8 out, doing a lot of damage, but he will fall. And Los Carritos survive, but they still have a long trek through this tunnel. Uxako has no HP left, and I think they already used the jump pad as well. Now here comes 303 making their move. You don't get to see this often, but the Pathfinder zipline allowing them to have the high ground control on this building. Teams flooding out of that train tunnel. The Arcs are making its way into that dome as well, doing some damage. But 303 are safe for the time being. The ring will continue pulled into No Name, actually. Charlotte Phoenix alive. Imperial Hell got the knock onto Bronzy, but the fast res is there. And TSM just gonna lay into them, snipe down with that. Spitfire will get the re-knock, and they do finish them off, it looks like. Pride still alive for Charlotte Phoenix, and he was able to rat it out a number of times yesterday as big fight. 303, third impact, all involved in this one. Never mind. Pride does get the res onto Mercy, brings them back into this one for now, so they'll be fighting out as a duo. TSM are right there with the pings on top of them as well.
Yeah, and with how only having 18 bullets left in his gun.
Ooh, Madness tried to go for a cheeky peek there. Vax coming in. It was just a duo of CLG getting finished off, and Applejack's now left to recover with 20 seconds left to go. Doesn't look like any team is ready to try and punish them. 6 squads left. Charlotte Phoenix down to a duo. We have another squad that's a duo. It's like Rockstar losing out on Crummy. I believe now it's just yeah, the duo for them. There it is. At this point, Rockstar on the roof were able to force 303 off, and that's what happened. And so they are up here. And this is going to be difficult for them to really play off of. They do have Matt Pickett on that Caustic, so they do have some cover that they can try and throw down. But instead, they go for the full commit onto the low ground, getting rid of Charlotte Phoenix with the help of TSM. And now they put themselves in a vulnerable spot. As you can see, Tech taking a lot of damage. He's throwing down the barrels for the extra cover, throwing down the wall of barrels so they can play off of this for now. Here's Applejacks coming in from the north side. They have pushed onto the fence. Duplex taking a lot of damage. He will fall. Rolders needs to heal up as well. Tech has gone down. Third impact. Can they do it for a second game? They still have to contest with TSM, and Third Impact are just fighting this out as a duo. TSM, one of the healthiest teams in the lobbies right now. As Third Impact are trying to pick up these kills with a minute left to go. Team Rockstar knocked out, down to the 3 squads remaining. It's a 3v3v2. Flashpoint still alive throughout all of this. They have not made a peep. They have been stuck inside, it looks like, and now moved their way underneath the Dorito building. And TSM are playing out from the outside. We'll see if they can try and finesse that magic Flashpoint like they did in game number 2.
Yeah, with TSM with the high ground, being able to have all these angles, punishing everyone they see. They have no room to. TSM has every room to play on right now, trapping everyone on that one building.
Yeah, that's the important part, right? Last time around, it was okay for Flashpoint because they were able to move later. Right now, though, they are forced to move at the same time as the team above them. As Oi Senpai is forced to hit up that Phoenix kit for the time being. 15 seconds before the zone starts closing in. Now it's about these two squads.
No bubble, no Gibby ult.
No bubble, no Gibby ult. 25% off of that. See if there's a Miracle Ultimate Excel maybe to go down for themselves to try and throw down. Third Impact have used that port into the center of the zone for themselves. So this is going to be a late walkout for them. Do Flashpoint have it? No, Flashpoint actually used their portal just beforehand when they were getting sprayed down by TSM. Ultimate Excel is there for Mini. Surprisingly enough, they're going to use it there, and they will commit onto that one. So who do you throw it down on? Do you throw it down on top of you, or do you throw it down on top of TSM?
I feel like I would throw it towards TSM, try to get a good spot for him to play on. With TSM being able to hold it out, I feel like you just have to go for the kills on TSM.
All right now, TSM in the holding pattern. Defensive bombardment is going down. They back up. Flashpoint are full committing onto third impact, taking them out. We are now down to the top 2 squads. That's going to be the kill points, along with the 2 additional points going over the Flashpoint. But the length of this defensive bombardment is taking too long. TSM have not been able to re-engage on them quite yet, but Mini hasn't healed up as well. They're still playing off the fences for now. The scan comes out for Oi Senpai. Mini's the first one to fall. We said he had no armor. Oi Senpai will go down. Now it's all up to Kupski. TSM bide their time, and they take game number 3.
It's just easy for TSM. Had that high point the whole game.
Yeah, and I think one of the important things we talked about in that game, we saw the geyser ending. A lot of teams saw the geyser ending, but TSM, Applejacks, these other squads, they decided to play the choke, and they had the option of playing the 50-50. If they needed to, they could rotate out of the chokes to play for the no-name side, which it ultimately did end up going over there.
Right, and that's why I feel like TSM wanted to play that train, that tunnel. So if they want to come out from the other side, they can.
Yeah, I mean, this is a squad that has basically their pick of where they want to rotate to, especially coming out of Fragment East.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a break. We have hit the halftime mark, and when we get back, it'll be the second half of the evening. We got game number 4 coming up after this.
It is. Guess who is one of the rats? It's our boy, Rat Boy Ronnie.
TC Scissors is the first rat to go down.
He could potentially win this game, Jamerson. They're not really showing the rat much respect. Another rat. Another TomCat rat cam. It's just him again.
Q in. Does he actually make it to the building safe? He doesn't. Oh, no. That was
Wow,
the
Ronnie.
snow battle there, but he's gone.
Spliced.
4 squad left.
Spliced. The rat.
The hell are they doing all the way down here? Clinical. Team Applejacks, though, left to still rat this one out, as you see the TomCat double rat cam. Bronzies and Aves.
Looks like their third player has been lagging out, which is super unfortunate.
Rockstar are still in this. Matt Pickett ratting this one out as the first TomCat rat cam. Team Lonely Fans is Blueberry Small, is the only one alive. He doesn't have any armor as well. He's going to try and sneak his way underneath, avoid a lot of that damage, and tucks himself into a corner.
Yeah, let's see if Ronnie can win this one out. We were just actually talking about this for Team Pop Tarts.
New studio setup. Want to see?
Sorry, it's yellow on my phone. Is that a halftime show? No. Oh. This is the beginning. Oh, I don't want to be a part of the beginning. Tyler, are you going to be part of the halftime show with these boys on the couch?
I can be.
Do you want to get on the couch with them?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Is the
so-
couch big enough? Yeah. The only problem is,
how can I mount it?
well, I guess that's wood.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, pretty sturdy.
Look at this.
No.
The whole building's gonna fall.
I know. Wait.
What are my choice?
My
Water bottles?
No, I had my toy set up in a really cool way, just like I do at my house. It looks really cool, but alright.
I know.
Dang, bro. Dang, let's hit it from the front. Dang. Secret handshake. Pop, pop,
He's an aggressive. He's an aggressive.
Easy.
Man.
Can I eat it yet or not?
I don't know.
Nice friend, dude.
All right, looks like Frank has a surprise for everyone.
You can put it on. Put it on. Yeah.
Show it off, K2.
Well, I figured if we ever switch, we could have. All right.
That'd be hilarious. We didn't know. We're like, wait, who's Kyle?
I just ate my fortune cookie. I'm finna be big ballin'.
Read that for the video.
You will live a life of luxury.
You know what that means, bro? Promotion. Oh.
What?
All right.
You're screaming at him.
I'm at the dinner table, bro.
It's Frank's fault for taking the phone call right
The phone call in the middle of a fucking party room.
It's a duo,
And then
dude.
Kyle started literally.
while you're on the phone. No, Frank. We're yelling at Kyle.
You ready?
Hi.
We're going for it.
But it'll crack a boomer now.
All right, boys. What do we think? Who do you think's gonna win today, Connie?
My money, I don't know. It's tough. I want to say my money's either on Cooler.
Sam, what about you, bro? Who do you think's gonna win tonight? You don't know?
I root for MPL for a while. I like those guys.
Let's
but
go.
I think I got TSM.
TSM, okay. TSM, what do you got?
I'm a
Underdog?
CLG man.
CLG man.
Yeah,
at
dude.
heart,
I
let's
love
go.
Madness, but then again, I love Cooler too, and Nasky's the homeboy, so.
Shaney,
What's up?
I know you're busy, brother, but who do you think's gonna win, bro? I know you can't play favorites because you're friends with basically everyone, but.
Let's see. Who's gonna win? That's a tough one.
He's all, I gotta go look through the
Let me just
roster.
make
Let me
sure
go
really
look through
quick.
the
Yeah,
roster
let me
real quick
see.
so I can.
Dude, there's so many good teams. Of course, I gotta vote for Touchebag. The Touchebags.
The
to
Touchebags,
pop
bro.
off. That'd be sick.
Here, this is bright. Whoa, hello.
That's bright.
Hey, boss man's ready? Get a little
Buy
story
this,
action.
shop.esportsarena.com. We're going live today. Swipe up on the GoPro.
Let's go.
I think that we are almost ready. We're almost ready. What are you guys talking about?
They got replays, Kyle?
Yep, I think so.
This is it, my friend. Series E event, 10K. How you feeling?
Do I look good?
You look amazing.
Hey.
Is that some new?
It's
some new
just new threads. New
Okay.
threads. Yeah, you can buy it right here, right now. Shop.esportsarena.com. Champion, not a big deal. Ever heard of him? Is it recording right now?
Yeah.
Hello.
I don't think anyone wants to buy this hoodie.
No one, not a single sale yet. We only had like 300 viewers.
I know. I'm shamefully selling my body out for this.
See, you would have sold it to
I should have done that. This is your hoodie.
It goes down. Oh my goodness.
Liquid.
Zone starts all that.
With these Watson traps until however lately.
Right hand side.
Feel the energy, Brand?
Oh, come on, the trick shot, baby.
Oh, what from the passive Horizon is not enough.
I got it. The game is already live, so.
It was just an HDMI cable.
Hey, I'm just checking out my stories.
It's gonna be.
Try to challenge TSM, but they are putting the nut onto Sunny, and they will get that finish.
Al is a big deal.
Takes out Patters with that massive.
In here, that 3 Delos, dude, 3 Delos.
Their batteries, and they do just in time. Rambo is the only one to trade away now. Wall and Team Daltouche, on the other side or whatnot. But here it is, the drop down as they're going for the chase. They waited for Zedman to get back in. He's gonna go in for the melee kill, pushes him into the zone with that one, and Douchebag will take the win in game number 6.
My whole entire production room behind me is literally chanting Daltouche just over and over again. So let me see those bags in chat, boys.
Okay, we have a production. We're gonna like focus it on this production, which is kind of like how we work it setup, right?
We obviously didn't prepare to have Tom leave.
Exactly. It's stuff that's
What?
like.
I told you guys it was a 50-50.
I came out here.
Right? I mean, well, Halo's gonna start. Not this Sunday.
Next Sunday.
Next.
28.
28.
I have 2 more.
He's trying to see the toys.
The case for your toys is underneath your desk.
I'm still why mom throw my backpack. I guess I'm 27.
I'm feeling.
Let's go. Well, we can move over to the.
You're pretty back?
Fucking hurts so bad. This guy's so rad. Brandon.
Hello, sir. Thank you. Here, Connie, I got this for you.
Oh, for me?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, thanks, bro.
I got you.
Appreciate you.
Enjoy that.
Not a big sweet tooth.
Pringles flavor.
flavors. Make new ones.
How much do you think Pringles paid these people?
Hardly anything.
Hey, you guys want to stack different Pringles flavors to create new flavor combos? Here, I'll go first. Pizza, barbecue, and jalapeno. The spicy barbecue pizza stack.
Get him!
Grandpa, what's going on?
Pringles. We're trapped in a Pringles commercial. They must have taken us in our sleep.
How can we get out?
We can't, Summer. They warned me this would happen and I didn't listen.
Stack Pringles, make endless new flavors. Stacking Pringles to make new flavors. Make endless new flavors. Barbecue, wavy, and sour cream and onion equals a 3-layer dip.
Imagine you love frosting and filling.
I do love frosting and filling.
Oh, well, imagine if there was a way to enjoy that delicious goodness anywhere, anytime, out of the toaster, out of the box, out of one of those baggy thingies, with nothing but a thin layer of foil between you and...
Pasta.
Yes, Curtis. This is a commercial about pasta.
I love it.
Frosting and filling for your pasta.
I like pesto.
I wasn't born in the spotlight. Nah. Had to grind and shine like a star on a hot night. And something about the struggle now resides in my muscles. And every trial and trouble helped to hang my hustle. Real rock stars don't chase the spotlight. It chases them.
Cheez-It snapped. How's it taste? It's so thin, crispy, and cheesy. And I just want to keep eating it. And eating it. They love them.
Snapped. So good we may run out of cheese.
Hey, shake it, kiddo.
Love that. Whoa.
Kellogg's Rice Krispies Treats. A little love when it's needed.
All right, welcome back to Series E. We had TSM taking game number 3. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Mobile 1 leaderboard to see how much they propelled up. We were talking about it just beforehand, Sung. They were sitting in the bottom 5 heading into game number 3.
Yep, I feel like this will jump them up to top 5 for sure.
Yeah, and we had a lot of teams in the top 5, and they were really clumped up. 2 teams that are like sitting at like 23 points. It wasn't that much of a spread, and so this will definitely shake things up. As soon as we can get that leaderboard up for you guys, we'll take a look at that. There it is. Flashpoint, though, they had the win in game number 2. They were able to get very late into game number 3, 37 points overall. Third, Impact now in second place, down by 2 with 35. But TSM have now broken into the top 3 with 29 points. And take a look at who else is trailing behind them. We got Team Cheez-It, Los Corridos, who have been going on a tear in the last 2 games. And we have Rockstar and Pringles also in that 20-point range.
Yeah, it's definitely a close one.
And, we were talking about placement points versus kill points. And I think Los Corridos are making an argument for just playing for kill points here.
Yeah, especially with the aggressive comp they have 100%.
Yeah, you got the Octane Revenant coming out for Los Corridos, and also reliance upon the Hammer Point. And we don't get to see the Hammer Point often. I mean, sometimes see it from like EU, I feel like. But here it is, the Mobile 1 high performance moment of game number 3. It was Team Liquid taking on this 2v3 up against this squad right here. It was Absolute Monarchy on the other side.
Yeah, how they played it so well. Portal, just to make sure that he got that banner reset, played the rooftop, had so many angles where they couldn't shoot back. Played it beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful, basically one clip there coming out to take out Sleepy Panda, trading away and allowing Albalele to fight into this 1v1 now. He drops for the finish, and they ultimately do get the res onto Flanker as well, I believe. I mean, you have the respawn beacon right there, but Team Liquid have been having some difficulty making it out of the mid game now with 3 games left to go. You know, they have some work to do to catch up.
Yeah, I feel like they if they get the North Pole, I feel like they can definitely come back.
No, we were talking about it though, like teams like CLG, Liquid, and such. When they got the North Pole in game number 1, really, or was it? Yeah, game number 1.
First game,
Can't quite remember. Weren't really able to do much off of it. It's TSM, the winners of game number 3, now dropping in. Imperial Hal full committing onto this Octane play as they will get their way into Frag East. And it looks like they also have the beacon, so we should take a look at the map as soon as we can.
Oh, he's getting grief.
The Frag West team griefing him, but he does have the bubble, and they will be able to get that up. NPL getting challenged over here at Lava Fissure right now, as Bambino has to back off. Had the Wraith on the other side of that door, takes the roof now, and he has the help of Dracos and Ronnie coming in from the other side, but here is Mini to challenge him, taking out Bambino. So now NPL on the back foot, down to a duo here with the scan out. It's all 3 members from the squad on the other side. Flashpoint picking that one up.
Yeah, Flashpoint loves to play mid zone. Being contested 50-50 is going to definitely slow them down.
Yeah, and this one's taking long. NPL have not given up on the banner yet. They are persistent for this one. There's a minute left here, and we'll see how strong a Flashpoint commit onto it. They do have the roof. They can challenge Ronnie, forcing him back, and they're trying to utilize these head glitches, but haven't been able to get the damage yet. But there it is. And the scan comes in for Dracos at the right time too.
Yeah, they realize they want to focus on rotation. They don't want to stay there for a while.
And that's really strong for Flashpoint because they actually hit their rotation timings. Typically 2 minutes before the ring starts closing, and now we do have a full proper geyser circle here. As it looks like TSM are making their move, but Pop-Tarts, they do have one player currently now playing over by No Name that might spot them out. But TSM were able to get the priority here, and we saw them in the last game. They played from this position beforehand. I don't know if they're going to full commit or make their way into geyser early on. We'll see, though. They do have that composition to try and play for the edge. They've got the Octane, but Pop-Tarts, their armor looks fantastic. All 4 except Exile here, who's still sitting on that white armor.
Yeah, I feel like TSM is gonna bunker down. I feel like that's their gameplay.
The scan did come out from Exile, but TSM are still here in the middle of the tunnel right now as they have the nades being traded off. And this is what happens when you make the early rotate forward for the positions, is that sometimes you just don't have the armor that you want. But you know, TSM are known for being able to fight back from white armor disadvantage. Reps and Snipedown still playing with that right now as the scan for scan, showing you, hey, we're here, don't push us. In Exile, we'll go ahead and respect that.
Yeah, and especially with that hard high ground on the middle, it's such a hard push for Pop-Tarts, and that's why they're trying to rotate around, get to the choke.
Unfortunate for them, it looks like they were able to pick up the key, but TSM are in there, and so they'll have to evict them if they want to get that vault. But they elect to play for this choke instead. They don't have to commit into Geyser. They can still try to play gatekeepers here from this choke. We saw how Applejacks were able to hold that position beforehand. Pop-Tarts can do it here, but do have eyes on that building. Scans are going down, and it looks like they want them to go ahead and actually just get in here. Another scan out from Exile shows that this building is free, so Pop-Tarts actually give up that choke. Would you rather play from the choke or from that building?
I think it's safer for you to play inside Geyser for sure, because you can also get grief from the other side of choke by Lava City. So I feel like going inside, bunkering down, saving your resources is definitely the move.
And that gives this position to Rockstar for free, as Tech now is going to go ahead and scan up with that drone to see if that building is free. Maybe they had eyes on set up on this building as well, but they have a composition with a lot of CC. They've got the slow from the EMP. They've got the caustic barrels as well to throw down, and they have information. 2 squads in the area at the very least for now. Oh, those Corridos are on top of Cheez-It once again. I believe this is where the fight took place last time for them as well. Right now, they're already down Prodigy Aces. Los Corridos are going to look to full send this. They have the composition to do it. Rakanishu took a lot of damage here, and here comes the full send from Los Corridos as Rakanishu is still trying to heal up. Joey Blackout trying to play around his barrels for now as he gets scanned up. Rakanishu throws down the scan, realizing that they don't have roof control anymore. He's going to go for an airburst nade with this one sliding out, but they're running out of space. They're running out of utility. They're running out of heals as well. The Phoenix kit being popped on over to Rakanishu. You need to hold for another 8 seconds for him to get that one off. Joey Blackout will hunker down with those barrels, but eventually you just run out of cooldowns.
Yeah, the thing is with Costa, you can buy as much time as you can just to reset, and you see another team pulling up.
Farrell giving them information too. Nice damage there with that wingman hitting for the headshot. Unfortunately for him, he does not have the skull piercer, so doesn't get the full value off of it, but it looks like they at least forced them back, and with a third party potential, you know, this push cannot happen anymore. Ooh, they get Prodigy Ace's beacon banner just in time. There was about 5 more seconds before it expired. Rakanishu going for a really risky play off of that one. We know there's a squad to their southeast right now. And then, of course, you have Los Corridos that are right on top of them as well in that other building. Just the simple presence of that other squad, though, has stopped this push. And Joey Blackout, like you said, buying valuable time for themselves. Over here at Skyhook, we have Third Impact, who are about to get into a fight with this team. I don't know who it is. Is it going to be Liquid, who is on the other side of this one? Maybe Razor have made their way in here as well, or CLG. Find out. CLG? It is CLG on the other side of this fight. Defensive bombardment goes down for Lou. There is someone inside this building. Vaxlon will have another scan, and he does actually spot all 3 members. Jazz on top now. Doesn't have a scan yet for himself. We'll have one in just another second. But they do have complete roof control here, but both of these teams have committed onto this fight. They're fighting in the zone, and they are so far from the edge of it.
Yeah, and with their impact, with the armor advantage.
Yeah, you got the double purple on Jazz and Zicky. Got the blue on Val on G, just double blue for CLG here, but Third Impact have been taking a lot of damage, haven't healed up quite yet, popping the med kit. But if this gets interrupted, they'll be fighting at a huge disadvantage, and he does actually stop it for now, as CLG are looking to make their push now. This is the timing. They have to stop these med kits, but Jazz will stick it. Zicky sticks his as well. And this is now where the tables have been turned. Balon G got aggressive to buy the time for the med kit for himself. Now he's the one that needs to heal up. CLG have lost out on one. Zicky with the stick onto Vaxlon, and Third Impact are about to wipe them out. They take out CLG and recover. Intel were the team that are looking to push on top of them here. And so it's surprising the moves that are coming out from both Intel and Los Corridos. Very similar rotation patterns that continuing to find themselves on the same part of the maps.
Yeah, I guess they'd like to play the...
Here's the full Revenant push. You saw, and use the jump pad there to get on top of them. Panders wasn't able to do any damage, clear them back. Defensive bombardment was used, I would imagine, by Metro during the push. And yeah, Panders has that Beast of the Hunt popping. He'll have another scan for himself. Joining on board with Team Liquid, who are making their way over towards that Harvester choke. They've got one person caught out, an unfortunate Fat Fruit Ninja DC'd. Oh, you hate to see it.
He hasn't gotten spotted yet, but the DC definitely killed the rotation.
Yeah, and that's your EMP. That's your scout, your droning potential now just gone. Sir Lifty goes down as and we'll pick that one up. And eventually they should be able to find Fat Fruit Ninja. He tucked him into a corner, it looks like, at least. Punched him into this tree. So maybe he does survive. We'll see if that's going to be the valuable rat cam eventually later on. We do have Team Razor about to get into a fight with NPL, also at No Name, but this is a hard pull into Geyser now. As you can see, still teams. You have Intel along with Intel along with Los Corridos still fighting over at Lava City, trying to make their way into Geyser right now. Team Razor spotting out the squads that are still stuck inside that tunnel. Don't know if it's TSM poking out. Hitting for the white armor, it quite possibly could be, as Zara Tricky is getting closer to evolving his Evo to a purple for the time being. On board now with Cooler, who have not made their way into Geyser yet. They have a squad beneath them, and looks like Nasky is going to try and flush them out. Nice Arc Star does damage through that blue armor, and they get that armor check, and it's going to be the full send now coming down now. Nasky makes the call, and he takes out 2 with the help of Dell. That's Flashpoint. What an amazing pickup. Getting rid of them, who Flashpoint have had 2 good games in a row, and now they're stopping their momentum. I don't think they got any points there.
I think they got one from the early 50-50 from Lava City.
Oh, that's true. They did get that 1 kill onto NPL earlier on. Here's Team Intel, though, who have now made a play for this choke. They pick up some loot here, but again, they have to worry about their backs right now. They were able to stop that Revenant push just beforehand. Again, it's low cooldown on both the totem and the jump pad. And so in another minute or so, they'll have another opportunity to try to come for it again. And you have to imagine, after the early 50-50s that Intel and Los Corridos had against each other, Los Corridos have a point to prove up against them. They will try to full send it on them again. Back on board with Team Razor, who are still playing over by No Name. They have a team spotted out. Scanned only a duo. Gives them maybe some misinformation, but you might spot out the third in the distance. They do, so they don't full send it on this one quite yet. The charge rifle shots to try and farm up the purple Evo. 48 damage off. Really getting close to that one. Really can do it with the next shot if he needs at this point. But the ring has pulled into Geyser proper. Now they have to decide. If you're in this position, if you're in Razor's position, which rotate do you prioritize here? Do you go inside the tunnels or do you go for the chokes?
I go for the choke. The tunnel is such a hard push, especially when TSM playing those stairs. So many angles they can control that tunnel. I think choke is the best spot. They can charge rifle, make them panic, slide down.
Yeah, it's Team Intel that's playing the southern choke right now. They have control over the beacon building. I don't know if they were able to scan that yet. They do have the Gibraltar Bloodhound. Here's TSM turning around onto Razor, and this is why you were talking about playing against TSM in this position. They lost out on one. Hyarka is full sending it on top of Intel here as well, as it looks like that push finally did come. And right now, Team Intel are getting punished for it. Here is Applejacks on the western side of Geyser right now, fighting over the high ground. Aves is able to get the knock onto Nick Crazy. And the defensive bombardment will be used by Duplex to clear out their front, backing away to heal up as they get their fight reset for themselves. Scans as well. And so they have to be careful throughout all of this. And Applejacks trying to retake the high ground here will go ahead and go for the peak as they try to res. They take them out.
Being able to res Metro and resetting is huge for Intel.
This is, honestly, it says a lot about Intel's team fighting as well, to be able to survive 2 of those. Here's NPL, though. They are committing onto TSM. TSM still inside, as Reps is the one charging forward. He's kind of popping like a frog up, and bam, Bino goes down, sniped down with the Volt, picks that one up. E-Boy Ronnie, though, has the back of Imperial Hell and tries to punish him right now, and here it is, Imperial Hell pushing up. Never mind. It's a 3-team affair, it looks like, as they get the knock, and yeah, NPL losing out on Ronnie. They will lose out on Dracos ultimately, and they get wiped out. Here's the fight, though. Intel, it's all up to Panders by himself, and he's got the Horizon ult on top of him as well. Cooler coming in for this one. But how many of... Oh, it looks like they were actually able to just completely full third party and take out both squads. Defensive bombardment used, but the ring is closing up. They have to loot fast and start moving. Here's Team Liquid, though. They have been able to find a position in this building.
Flanker on the bank, trying to hold the backside.
Oh, Oh, that's a beautiful thermite as well as they full push in through that. It was going to be
Making
Team
it worse.
Liquid.
Yeah, they got
holding down this building, getting Casper Rice Krispies out now. And now this ring continuing to pull deep into that back pocket of Geyser. Cooler were able to slide down into the safety of this little small corner here. But, you know, with the amount of Bloodhounds in the lobby, it's not that safe. Oh, they might have spotted out a rat. You see the Wraith portal, or excuse me, the Wraith cube being used, and Aves will go down. Yuki picks that one up, and he is currently the kill leader for the lobby with 4. So Cooler, at least sitting on 6 points overall. They have made top 10. Pringle's still alive, and yeah, they still have a hard rotation ahead of them, and that's why Fury is setting up that port for himself. But there's a team on the other side of the blue bins, not inside, but just out of it. Is Imperial Hal finds a knock onto Rockstar's Crummy. So TSM, remember, they're pushing out from that vault tunnel right now as Charlotte Phoenix, Charlotte Phoenix are playing off this building as well.
Mm-hmm.
Troubling part is that, of course, the portal has been used by Pride, and he does go down. And it looked like maybe he was inside the building. Oh, the portal goes away at the wrong time. Pride does get finished off by Alberlele, so Team Liquid sitting in a nice spot, making their rotation a little bit easier. TSM have pushed out from the vault tunnel at a great time as well, with 25 seconds left to go now. They're on the backside of this building, and as you can see, we have 303 inside here as well. Kraber from inside, Bambino, we'll see if he can get a knock, a headshot. Could open things up, but ASCII takes a lot of damage, is forced to bubble up, and now TSM are trying to get aggressive. Coming in for that side angle is sniped down as Reps gets the knock onto ASCII, bringing this down to a 3v2. Sniped down has taken some damage, but he will have the Phoenix kit, the armor swap if he needs it as well. Now TSM have full control of this building. That was a fast take. I did not expect 303 to crumble like that.
That bubble push, it was just insane. They just wiped him out in 3 seconds, I feel like.
Now Pop-Tarts, they have found their way onto the high ground here. A lot of cover to work with as well. Imperial Hal trying to get the re-knock as the defensive bombardment comes down, doing a lot of damage. Here's Team Pringles playing from inside the water right now, getting the knock and the finish onto Mercy. Here, we're down to 5 squads, 13 players remaining. Pop-Tarts making their push now onto Cooler. They do take them out. 4 squads remaining now, 10 players left. Might have a rat somehow surviving throughout all of this as the scan comes out. And I think they have scanned the rat here. It's just one player left on the other side. It's Tech trying his best to survive for as long as possible. So we have our TomCat rat cam, but not for long. Imperial Hal is going to exterminate him.
And TSM with the best bot again.
TSM, the back-to-back. I'm about to do it back-to-back once again. But it is a 3v3v3. Like you said, they have the best position currently in this ring. They've got the building to play off of. Pop-Tarts, the small pocket back here as well, trying their best to play around cover. But a lot of their heals are being forced down. They have to survive for another 45 seconds before this ring starts closing. Fury taking a lot of damage there. That's his Q going down. Well, luckily, he uses it just in time to have it back up before the ring starts closing. They still forced a full heal. Battery getting handed over to him as well. Luckily, Presley has the gold armor, so he can sell this one up. 10 more seconds now. And it's just TSM being able to really utilize their position.
How with the scouts destroying their heals.
Snipe Down has one last shot left in this Kraber. Try to find an opening up against these squads. Again, trying to secure that first place finish once more for TSM. Remember, they hit like top 3 off of their last game, but this roof control now proving very deadly. One more shot left for Snipe Down. I want to see if they have armor, the gun swap off. Nice thermite allows him to swing on in. Pringles lose out on one. That's funny to fall down. They've used the bubble as well, but it's not for the fast res as they've got the pad out here just to block that as well. Right now, Imperial House securing that kill, bringing it down to a 2v3v3. Throughout all this, that's allowed Pop-Tarts to walk in the safety of the zone.
And they have a good spot as well. They have good cover.
And TSM are going to be forced out of this building, it looks like, at the same time that Pop-Tarts might be forced out from behind this cover. Snipedown has used his Beast of the Hunt as well. Luckily for them, of course, they're really just coming from one angle. And now, you got the PK in the hands of Reps. We saw what he could do with the Mastiff. Now he's got the PK. Finish this one all off. Pringles playing as a duo, and arguably one of the worst spots right now. We'll see if they can lurk and try to buy time, walk in behind one of these squads. Still 30 seconds, a very tense situation here. Who would you rather be, TSM or Pop-Tarts in this situation?
I feel like TSM has the better spot. It depends on who Pringles decides to grief. They can maybe grief TSM, then Pop-Tarts come in with the third party. Seems like Pringles is trying to go for that building.
Try to come up behind them, and looks like TSM. Another good scan out. Don't know if that was from Pop-Tarts or from Snipedown on TSM. That keeps Team Pringles at bay. And they wait this one out, but it is the slow circle. We'll see how patient they can be with it right now. Of course, just a duo. Fury does have 4 kill points to his name, so this is still a very good game for Team Pringles right now. As it'll be at least 11 points for them. But Lucas, you can see with the really wide flank, utilizing that angle to force Pringles out early. That's the bubble as well.
And trying to force inside. They know it's free. They went inside. It looks like that how they're trying to engage that Arc Star.
Yeah, the Arc Star slows down Reps, but they do get the knock and the kill on to one of the Pringles members. It's still a 3v3 though, as TSM have been able to basically fully recover. Hal can pop one syringe and get ready for the rest of this fight. Slow ring now closing in between as Pop-Tarts are trying to finish this one off. They don't have roof control anymore. Defensive bombardment though should clear it for them, as we do have Fury finally falling. Pop-Tarts have used the last of their utility in that one. Now TSM are forced out of this one chokehold, pointing out now, pushing out now, trying to focus down one, but they've lost out on Imperial Hell. Here's Reps though with the PK. This is the difference maker, but no, he goes down to the ring. No, it's gonna be sniped down, bringing this down to a 1v1. Then TSM will be able to take the second game in a row. This is an absolute massive swing in momentum for TSM in game number 4.
Yeah, well played. They focused that one dude on the right side or on the left side, and they just got that one knocked and traded. Well played.
Yeah, this is why these players like Snipedown are so invaluable. Getting the 2 players, bringing it down to the 1v1 to finish it all off. Congratulations, TSM, taking the second game in a row now. They should easily be the leaders in the lobby. We're going to go ahead and take a short break, but when we get back, we'll have games number 5 and 6 right after this.
It's Kellogg's, Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks, Corn Pops, Tiger Paws. They're Jumbo. Jumbo snacks, snack time heroes. Go take them on the go. Cereal, magnified, showing up for snacking time. Jumbo snacks, snack time heroes. Go take them on the go. It's Jumbo. It's for snacking. It's Jumbo Snacks.
Verses coming daily under pressure. Working on applying the scheme. The true side trademark is at the edge of your dreams. Yeah. One shot, now the future is yours. I'm turning dreams into reality. In the lab with the formula, it chemistry. Your memories spark and motivate and make the industry shake. You put the balls in the breaks. I'm talking one chance the episode goes with the go. It's one shot, now the future is yours. Go!
I wasn't born in the spotlight. Nah. Had to grind and shine like a star on a hot night. And something about the struggle now resides in my muscles. And every trial and trouble helped to hang my hustle. Real rock stars don't chase the spotlight. It chases them.
All right, welcome back, guys, to Series E. We had TSM taking back-to-back games. Again, living up to that moniker, the back-to-back, as they should be propelled high up on the leaderboard, taking over first place. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Mobile One leaderboard, though. Sung again, TSM. They're able to utilize basically their early rotations and positional play, and so they are now in first place with 58 points.
Yeah, TSM Flashpoint traded place.
And yeah, Third Impact are still there in second place right now with 42 points. But, you know, this is sometimes just really being able to play off of their early rotate. You saw we had two basically Geyser circles in a row. I mean, one was No Name, one was Geyser, and TSM played both expertly.
Yeah, rotating two Geyser late is such a hard rotation.
Yeah, and we got to see a lot of teams getting caught up on that. And right now, if we're going to talk about it, we do have a really good spread in terms of points. Take a look from second all the way down through eighth. It's a 14-point spread between second and eighth, and so it's still in two games. There's a realm of possibility of any of these squads really contesting TSM, but with the way that TSM playing, I don't know if anyone could stop them.
Right, they're.
Let's take a look at the Mobile One high performance moment of game number 4, and it's going to be Cooler really utilizing Wraith Horizon comp that we don't get to see often. But yeah, Nasky starts it off, and he just makes the call. And I you know, a lot of us watch Nasky, and you got to imagine just the calls that he's making once that nade goes off. Like, go 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 go! Like,
right, it's so
I can hear it
it's
right
just...
now. Yeah, it's the instant recovery, but yeah, they're able to take this, and it was pretty early on. And unfortunately, though, Cooler aren't able to make the repeat performances quite yet. If we could take a look at the Mobile One leaderboard, bring that up one more time, just to keep track of all of our squads right now, to see exactly where everyone sits. But yeah, this was an important play. We were talking about Flashpoint. You said swapping places with TSM, and that's why Cooler dropped on them, took them out early on with 2 games left to go. Cooler are still sitting in 15th place with 15 points overall, though. Our EMEA teams really not showing up except for Los Corritos, who are currently in 5th place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so even other surprising, I think, like turn of events. Take a look at Charlotte Phoenix right now. They're one of 4 teams currently that are tied for 12th place. Have you noticed anything for Charlotte Phoenix? Like, what's going on with them? Why are they sitting so low right now on the leaderboard?
I think it's just the rotation. I think they can't really rotate, and they have the comp to play end zone, but I guess they're just getting held out.
And that's why it's so difficult, especially in a lobby of this caliber. Again, TSM sitting in first place, third Impact right now in 42nd. This is one of the best performances we've seen so far out of third Impact. Flashpoint in the mix, 38 points, 20 points behind TSM. One more good game for TSM, and that just might be the nail in the coffin for this lobby, as we are getting game number 5 set up. We'll get that underway as soon as possible. But yeah, a lot of teams right now still struggling. CLG in 7th place with 11 points overall. Would you have expected that going into today's games?
No, and I feel like the last game they were trying to catch up with edge fights, where we saw them trying to fight whoever on Skyhook, and there's burning heels.
Was that third Impact? I'm trying to remember. I think it was third Impact that they were fighting. And yeah, you were talking about it, burning heels ultimately at the end there. And CLG just haven't been able to really get much going. I mean, the contest that's there over at Skyhook, there's a lot to worry about, right? Because it's not just CLG dropping at Skyhook. You have 2 other squads that are dropping in the region.
Yeah, right. And it's 100% preventing them early rotation, which they like to play.
Yeah, you got Team Liquid, you got Team Razor in the area. And so right now, all those 3 teams from Skyhook, Liquid, CLG, Team Razor, are not performing exceptionally well, and especially not up to the standards that we have for these teams. Here we go, heading into game number 5, joining on board with TSM as they're making their way into Frag East. Last time we saw Snipedown trying to take that beacon, of course, he did get grief a bit. We'll see if Reps drops instantly with him so they can pick up that banner. Reps is near enough where he can throw that bubble over, and then Snipedown should be able to get that, and that's exactly what they do. NPL with a defensive position right now, all 3 of them inside the circle building. You can see one on the high ground on the other side. Ronnie has the ultimate excel as well to go down. He's going to give it on over to Dracos, and that's surprisingly enough because the ultimate comes up so quickly for the Octane. I thought it would go over to Bambino, and yeah, okay, there it is.
Yeah.
You got to imagine Ronnie's admonishing Dracos. He's like, no, that's for Bambino. Put it down, and now he's at 63% towards that. So the timing on this fight could actually catch this team off guard. It was Flashpoint, I believe, that they were fighting up against last time.
Yeah, and with the change of comp with Octane off of, I think, Bloodhound from Dracos.
Yeah, that's going to allow them to try and full send this one. But, our teams are also trained to see it, right? The scan comes out from Flashpoint. They should realize that no scans are coming out from MPL, that there isn't a Bloodhound on the other side. And so you're playing without this information. And now it looks like the crossfire is being set up as well, with how long they're taking during this, as you have to imagine another team might be moving in, and they do spot out a squad to their north. I don't know if that was just Flashpoint running past them. We haven't taken a look at the map quite yet. Ooh, Bambino gets tagged up from behind.
Yeah, I think it's pulling towards Lava's fissure since that team pulled up from the south side.
Whatever we can, it'd be great to take a look at the map. They do have the jump pad that allows him to rejoin his squad, and there we go. So they don't have the beacon for themselves. They're not running that squad composition. Blinker is still on this. There we go. From Cooler, thankfully, we do have it, and it is pulling over towards Lava Fissure. And so Flashpoint, we're able to run past them. We have Rice Krispie Treats coming up from mid. NPL getting pushed by another squad. It's hard to tell who that is. It looks like it's Rockstar. So a lot of teams now converging on the south side of Lava Fissure. Here is Team Intel crafting it up, and Panders gets caught actually in the animation, I think.
On the
Trying to get into the
replicator, yeah.
crafting. And that was just a beautiful team fire.
Unfortunate.
Is it going to be the full send? 6 has been cracked. They do go for the fast res with the bubble, but they're right on top of him. They have to pull off of this. Metro gets punished for it. It is Hierarcha right on top of them with the EVA 8. And it's just a full send from Los Carritos to punish them. Team Intel are out.
It's just unfortunate. Yeah, getting caught on the replicator, you have no choice just to stay there. The animation just gets you killing.
Now Los Carritos picking up that loot. Now they even get what they were replicating off of that. So that's just, you know, insult to injury. Looks like Absolute Monarchy were in a fight as well with Liquid, and they do trade away for that at this point. But now Los Carritos they can take their time here. Of course, this is a team that's thriving on the edge. Team Liquid now making their move on in, coming down from Skyhook. Got a team caught out. The port has been used by this player to back up, but Flanker is ready to keep them contained as he is setting up the crossfire now, moving all the way up. They have to be careful, of course. They're not playing with the Bloodhound themselves. As you can see, the pings are going down. And Flanker wants to make sure that they do not get away. But hitting for some decent damage.
Yeah,
Flashpoint.
Down, Flashpoint.
We'll see if he can get away. Kupski is trying his best to make it up to the sniper post, but oh boy, he's taking a lot of damage. Trying to zip around, but no. The triple take is just too strong now. And Flashpoint, remember, they were in 3rd place. This is just too much. There's almost no chance for them to make it back. They need a hope that teams like TSM and 3rd Impact go down early for them to have a fighting chance going into game number 6.
Yeah, they had the they dropped off Lava Fissure, but they just had no loot. They got pressured by other teams rotating there. Got caught off rotation.
All right, here we go. Team Cooler making their way on up. They do spot out that res as well, and they're looking to try and take advantage. AMG using that EMP early on, and got the knock and an instant thirst onto Casper as defensive bombardment goes down. Cooler trade on back, and they will go ahead and drop in for that 3rd party. Nasky with the EVA 8 having some difficulty with the shield, but they do ultimately finish them off. They have, of course, a 3rd party from Applejacks now coming in. Aves is here. Well, are they able to heal up in time? We did have the bat going off, and it looks like it's not a full commit quite yet out from Applejacks. They do have to worry about the high ground being retaken, and that's what's happened with that gravity lift. Duplex got the knock onto Dell, and he's going to use that gravity lift himself. He has fallen down, though, but they have the numbers advantage. They have the scans and the information, having some difficulty climbing up. Now, they're able to get up top as Stunny from the long range gets the knock onto Dell, helping them out. Aves is taking a lot of damage, though. And this is why the Horizon can be strong, but Applejacks with a great 3rd party finished them off.
Yeah, Horizon just high ground. It just takes over. Oh, if the Arc Star stuck.
Oh boy, Applejacks getting a taste of their own medicine at this point. Rakanishu, great Arc Star here, but at high ground, it's so difficult to take when you don't have a Horizon or the Pathfinder here, as Cheez-It tries to push in, get the knock onto Aves. The bubble is up top. He's going to try and sneak some nades in underneath it. We'll see if it actually works out. It does connect, doing some damage to Rakanishu. Rakanishu sliding on down. No, not yet. You have to be careful. Never mind, I'm confusing this a little bit.
It's such a hard climb on.
Yeah, having difficulty climbing up here. Looks like... Oh, boy. How determined are these teams to make it to the top? There we go. Joey Blackout is finally there to finish off Applejacks. Duplex going down. They will pick up those kill points as well. Jeez, back up off of this one there, just over this. And there's a 3rd party coming in from behind. It's going to be Los Carritos now. They've got the totem down. They don't have the jump pad yet, and there it is, right on top of them. They try and full send. They do get cleared instantly. And they do have another opportunity to try in. Rakanishu has gone down. Britt Marie picks that one up. So now they're fighting into a 3v2. Prodigy Ace is forced to use that Q and abandon Rakanishu now. Falling back all the way over to Joey Blackout, but a Prodigy Aces will fall. Britt Marie picks that one up. Rice Krispie Treats tries to get involved in this one as well. But again, they've lost out on Casper early on. They need to think about recovering him and getting back into this game. I don't know why Bird is still sticking around. It's all 3 members up on top, and he realizes that and will back off.
And look at the comp they're using. Bang, Wraith, Bloodhound. They switched off to a Gibby to a Bang, which is an interesting comp.
Yeah, this is going to be making it difficult for them to recover Casper. It looks like the respawn beacon was used there as well. Yeah, actually, that's how this all started off with the respawn. Don't know by exactly whom. On board with Pop-Tarts, who are playing over by Countdown right now. They have a team on the other side as Exile is trying to hold the door. But he gets pushed, and he does get the knock on to Hakulo. Surprisingly enough, Razor losing out on 1 now, fighting into a 1v3. It's all up to Muffins left here up against Pop-Tarts, and they go down. Pop-Tarts take a convincing team fight win.
Yeah, Exile with this 1v1 on the Wraith, armor swapping, being able to help his teammate right away. Huge advantage.
Now, with Razor going down, they have full control over this building, as we're down to already 11 squads, 31 players remaining. It's the never-ending fight over this position, basically, as 303 were trying to make their way on up. ASCII uses that bubble, and they've already gotten a knock and a kill onto Crack throughout this. You still need the reset for Pyrodice, and he does get the bat off as Bambino will use that zip to actually back away from this one. They got the kill point. They're happy with that for now. It looks like the third-party attempt might have possibly slowed them down here. And unlike 303 slowing things down.
Let's go this way. Hostile spotted.
It is a full squad ahead of them on the train tracks as Bambino gets recracked. He had just healed up. And so 303, knowing that this situation, it might not be a tenable one, that they have to wait for this fight to be a little bit more isolated. That team is backing up, and maybe they might have their timings. Again, they do have, of course, the man advantage. They were able to take out Cracked, and they smell blood in the water. They want to get aggressive on this squad. It was Team Pringles that was peppering away from them from the train tracks. Pressling took a lot of damage there in the back as well. So now Liquid from long range. This is ridiculous. What is this?
500 meters away.
Look at the tracers of the bullets, yeah. Gotta curve the bullet here. Luckily, he's got the 4.8, and so it does give you that indicator, like how far is it? 500 meters, and he's able to line it up there.
He does get one shot off. It's such a hard hit. You can barely even see him.
But he's farming. Look, he's 350 damage. He's half away from getting that red Evo for himself. But Team Liquid in a beautiful spot now. I believe this is the point, that flashpoint we were playing before. Being able to recover Flanker, being able to get Flanker back into a great position for themselves. You have a team stuck down low inside Lava Fissure right now. Is again, he's just farming up damage. Abralele, ooh, took a lot of damage there. Here goes Los Carritos. They've got the totem. They were sent back though, so he missed out on that. With the armor swaps up top. This is
they got a lot of loot
nest
over here. Yeah.
You got the armor swaps pulled out and everything
More
for themselves. Yeah, this isn't King's Canyon. It's not as easy to be able to just like chain the ultimates back to back with the things, but you know, you can still do it. It's still on relatively low cooldown. You can see Britt Marie, he's 30% away from his next jump pad as well. 3 minutes left in this ring, and with basically half the lobby gone, they do have the opportunity to try to continue to get really aggressive here. Here's 303 finally making the play up against this duo that is ahead of them right now, porting into this building on the low ground, and they have them stuck inside the car, and that just might mean Los Corridos, they get involved in this. As soon as they see a knock, I think they just go full send it. They're gonna have the jump pad very shortly, and ASCII and Bambino have taken some damage, and yeah, there's a third party already coming in, just poking damage coming out from Los Corridos.
Yeah, and you can see the zone shifted south instead of north, away from Lava Fissure.
Now, that means a lot of those teams are going to have to move Liquid, one of those squads inside Lava Fissure right now, 303, because the ever-looming threat of Los Corridos have not been able to finish off this duo that's underneath them. Still stuck inside that car. and they're using everything they can. All the barrels and Nox gas grenade, everything to try and stop this push and survive. We're still at 11 squads. So 303 just holding position for now. Very unfortunate that they have not been able to push this duo for the last 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah, and with Los Carritos just on the high ground, being able to shoot everyone and being able to maybe rep push another team in a second here.
NPL might be getting pushed though, as Dracos is dropped down low, is forced to use that Phoenix kit basically out in the open. Team Liquid might try to get involved. Ronnie is going to port them out though, and so they will be able to just back up off of this one, have some priority, and try to gatekeep the other squads. But it's right into another barrel. Pride is there with company in hand. They do a lot of damage, but they're forced back themselves. Ronnie does ultimately go down to Mercy, and they're able to get the thirst, or will Team Liquid do? And here's Bambino trading back. Pride goes down. That's right for Team Liquid to come in for the third party. Draco's getting the knock onto Bronzy now, as Mercy is full healthy, and Bambino falling now. Markstar out, gets the connect, has to fall back from this one, and here comes Team Liquid with the full send. And it was Third Impact actually getting involved, and Third Impact lose out one throughout all of that. So that's why Team Liquid bide their time. Mercy's going to try and rat this one out. He is detected, but there are too many teams involved in this one for them to try and push this. And we get our first TomCat rat cam of the game.
Oh, he does get spotted.
They want this kill point. Mercy. The Arc Star right below him as well. Now on 2 HP. Flanker will pick that one up. We're now down to 9 squads, 25 players remaining. Albralele did get taken down though by Matt Pickett. Love to see it. He's back on that triple take, and he has been making it work. Oh, and the bubble res is there to bring Albralele back up. No, the EMP with the finish coming out from Tech. What a beautiful play now. They are out. Albralele gone. Matt Pickett is still here with the caustic now. Flanker does throw down the creeping barrage. I don't know the exact name of it anymore. I just don't get to cast Bangalore's often. Matt Pickett is still trying to do damage with that triple take, but he's forced back now to heal up. But what a turn of events. That's why you are subject to the mercy of the ring. Rockstar, they have a minute to go. They still have to deal with a lot of teams here on the north side of the ring. As you can see, Pop-Tarts is one of them just outside of Lava Fissure, playing out from that countdown choke. Is that a mobile respawn beacon or a replicator coming down? It's a mobile.
A replicator.
It's hard to tell.
It seems like the blue's light replicator.
Okay, so replicator coming down. No, it was a respawn beacon. Yeah, so the mobile respawn beacon coming out from Team Liquid, I believe. Try and get them back into this game right now. No one's looking to eye and full send this one quite yet. You do have to be careful. The Liquid getting back into this, but will they be able to get the loot? Zone's about to start closing, so they just have to run in with it at this point.
Yeah, Rockstar Sue trying to hold them back, trying to gate them.
Yeah, he got the Kraber in hand for Crummy as well. He just needs to bide his time. Oh, Ballon, gee. Gets the knock onto Crummy, and he gets instantly thirsted. That's why when you greed for the respawn kills, you can get punished. Third Impact picking this one up, and that's an important fight for them to win as well. This north side part of the map, it's hard to play when you have so many teams contesting you right now. Tech gets dropped by Pop-Tarts as well, who are playing on the east side of this one. Third Impact, we're able to just move past everyone with a beautiful portal. Now they have a decent spot in this ring. They've got 2 plateaus to work off of right now, but they are getting shot up. Third Impact do finish off Pop-Tarts now. And it's Team Pringles trying to punish them, but they survive. And Pringles now playing from the low ground position here, do have a team right below them who use that geyser redeploy. And now they are worried about that squad beneath them, but they're still paying attention, making sure that they're not keeping their eyes off of Third Impact quite yet. So Liquid, we're able to recover quite well, as it looks like Flanker is going to heal up for the time being. But now they've got the defensive bombardment on top of them. We'll utilize that zip balloon to get out of danger there. Pringle's doing a good job of keeping every team at bay right now. But again, they have to worry about Liquid to their bottom pushing them.
Yeah, and Liquid's trying to stay quiet, trying to ride it out, hide in bushes at the meantime.
Here we go. Pringles now finally going for that peek on over. And he has a beautiful spray onto Alberlele, but he's forced back himself. 303. Punish them for their aggression now. And Pringles are down to a duo here, as we should have another duo squad. I don't know who it is running around currently with a man down. And Liquid, even though it's not a great position to be in the water right now, just the simple fact that every other squad's around helping them out. Ugzako finally making the push, and that's going to be 303 taken out. Mobile respawn beacon coming in. Rice Krispies playing it out as a duo. They have Los Corritos above them, and this is the best performance coming out of Los Corritos yet. They're still fragging out, but now they're in the top 5. So not only are they just backing up their kill points with placement points, this could be a win for them. Alberlele finishing off Phony from Team Pringles. Rice Krispies now stuck in that rat cam. He's going to try and survive for as long as possible. Third Impact have lost out on Ziki throughout all of this. The bubble has been used here, and beautiful spray with that flatline from Jazz to try and put a stop to this push. Liquid lose out on flanker. We're down to our top 3 here. It's going to be a 3v3v2 as the Bangalore ultimate comes down on top of them. Team Liquid fighting back into this, but Los Corritos now have hit the top 3. They have at least 10 kill points in this game. At least 10 kill points in this game. Liquid have been able to recover. It's a 3v3v2, like I said, but a lot of utility has been used. Flanker used his ultimate. We had the Gibraltar ultimate going down as well. Now do Los Corritos have their cooldowns back? Are they going to have another Revenant push to use to try and finish off Team Liquid here?
Revenant does have his ult. Oh, he's going to place it down.
He has his ultimate. They place it down. Do they have the jump pad? They already have one set up. They are pushing up, allowing Third Impact to go for a gold bag res. They are right on top of Liquid. It's the full send coming out from Los Corritos. They got the knock on 2, and it's all up to Flanker once again as Los Corritos pick that one up. 2 of them have been sent back. And now it's Ugzako trying to find one more knock here onto Third Impact. They're right on top of them. They have been cleared and they have been sent back. They can full heal, but they don't even worry about that. They're going right in as Jazz gets the one knock, but it's going to be all up to Los Corritos to finish it off finally in game number 5. They take a big game with lots of kill points behind it.
What a big game.
So Los Corritos, they've been fragging out in the last 3-4 games now, and they finally get a W behind it as well. They're going to be able to just really propel them forward in the leaderboard in our final game. And so this is going to be an interesting thing when we get into game number 6. So we're going to go ahead and take a short break. When we get back, it'll be the final game of the evening here for Series E. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back.
Hey, shake it, kiddo.
Love Dad. Oh.
I've got this. Kellogg's Rice Krispies treats. A little love when it's needed.
About time I got here. I'm never on time. I'm always late. Am I right, Sam? That's what I'm talking about. Tony T, what up, big boss? You know what to do.
Here I come, I am Cinnamon.
It's Kellogg's, Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks, Corn Pops, Tiger Paws. They're Jumbo.
Jumbo snacks, snack time heroes. Gonna take them on the go. Cereal, magnified, showing up for snacking time. Jumbo snacks, snack time heroes. Gonna take them on the go.
It's Jumbo. It's for snacking. It's Jumbo Snacks.
Team, it's been a grind, but I think I've aged you well. Some might say perfect. Who's ready to show 'em who's the cheesiest?
I woke up feeling the cheesiest, coach.
Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
Yeah, it's one heart, one shot, now the future is yours. Go!
Imagine you love frosting and filling.
I do love frosting and filling.
Oh, well, imagine if there was a way to enjoy that delicious goodness anywhere, anytime, out of the toaster, out of the box, out of one of those baggy thingies, with nothing but a thin layer of foil between you and...
Pasta.
Yes, Curtis. This is a commercial about pasta.
I love it.
Frosting and filling for your pasta.
I like pesto.
Pringles flavors. Make new ones.
How much do you think Pringles paid these people?
Hardly anything.
Hey, you guys want to stack different Pringles flavors to create new flavor combos? Here, I'll go first. Pizza, barbecue, and jalapeno. The spicy barbecue pizza stack.
Get him!
Grandpa, what's going on?
Pringles. We're trapped in a Pringles commercial. They must have taken us in our sleep.
How can we get out?
We can't, Summer. They warned me this would happen and I didn't listen.
Stack Pringles, make endless new flavors. Stacking Pringles to make new flavors. Make endless new flavor and barbecue, wavy, and sour cream and onion equals a 3-layer dip stack.
All right, welcome back, guys, to Series E, where we just had... I can't believe I'm saying this, but we had a Rev Octane composition winning out in the game there, and in a spectacular fashion, because they had to have gotten so many kill points. We saw at least 10, right? There was I forget who it was. I think it was Uzako who had 3 kills and 7 assists before the finish of the game there, with final 5 more players. So maybe at least 15 kill points. Let's see where they stand now. They are now in 3rd place, but take a look at how close the top 3 are, Sung.
Yeah, it's such a close game. I have no clue what happened to TSM, but Los Corritos, they farmed that lobby. Such an aggressive gameplay.
That lobby, indeed. I think they had like 30 points heading into that game, and now they were able to get, I think, 28 in the last game. So what's that? A 16-point game for them. That is absolutely massive. Huge. Yeah, almost dropping a 30 bomb there alone. And so now they are in the running for the top 3. Remember, it's only the top 2 that place in the money today. First place getting $350. Second place getting $150. And it's basically at this point a 3-team race. Third Impact, TSM, and Los Corritos. So our EMEA teams really representing once again here in Pro Night. But there's maybe a possibility for a team like Pringles or Flashpoint if they can drop a 28, 30-point game to make it into the top 3. Let's take a look at the Mobile One high performance moment, which definitely, I think this is so fitting. High performance, you got Octane, that's I think gas related. I have no idea. I'm not smart. But here's Team Liquid trying to make this trying to stop this push and coming out. They know that there's a duo at least that's below them, right? And they want to at least secure these kill points, and they're keeping an eye on this. But the entire time, that's allowing Los Corritos to just set up this play. They've got the Octane, or they've got the totem down. They've already got the Octane jump pad there to get across, and they are right on top of them.
Yeah, that huge initial damage led them to charge.
Yeah, it was a beautiful spray, and having that additional 50 or 100 or Yeah, 300
100,
damage.
yeah.
300 damage to work off of. They didn't even full heal. They just knew they had to win because they had the numbers advantage against all of them. Liquid going down in third impact, were able to survive, get that res, but it just was not enough. In the 2v1, Los Carritos finished this one off.
Man, I want to see if they pull it off or not. This another high skill game.
Imagine. This is where like teams just start like trolling and like maybe they play Rev Octane themselves. So I kind of expect, I don't know, the rest of the lobby to start running this. I mean, it's not like teams. It's not a hard composition to run, right? One of the points of this composition is that it's an easy execute. What do? You just full ape. And our teams have played this in ranked, so they already have experience being able to pick up this composition. How many teams do you expect to actually pull out the Rev Octane for the last game?
I don't think about the Rev, but I feel like people are going to start using the Octane. You've seen NPL taking out the Octane. I feel like there's going to be more Octanes this game.
All right, and I never really thought Octane would come into the competitive meta, but here we have it. I mean, TSM have been running it as well. Imperial Howl has been using that Octane throughout the entire series. They are currently right now in second place. Los Creatos have been using it as well all series long. After 5 games, they are just 2 points apart. Third impact though, right there, able to survive now, still back in first place once again. Like you said, we don't know exactly what happened to TSM. Weren't really keeping track of them throughout all of that, so they're still sitting in second place right now. We're getting game number 6 set up. It is going to be the final game of the evening here, and the final game of TomCat week. And if you guys haven't, make sure you of course enter our giveaway. We've got a lot going on right now. Just type in !giveaway and it'll lead you to a tweet that'll tell you exactly how you can enter it. We've got $50, I believe $50 Walmart gift card. We got keyboards, a lot of things for the giveaway. So make sure you guys go ahead and enter that. But yeah, just waiting on the final game of the evening. Like we said, it's basically a 3-horse race. Third Impact, TSM, and Los Carritos here. Now, interestingly enough, the circles, let me see. We've had, what is it? Have we had 3 lava endings basically, or around that area? And then we had 2 over at Geyser. And so we haven't had the most diverse circles yet. And as a competitor, you gotta look at that and be like, what the hell is going on with the ring?
No South rings, yeah.
We did have a lot of South rings last night though, during our open registration. Now we had like 3 or 4, I feel like, thermal station endings. And then 1 or maybe 2 over by launch site. And it's just sometimes you want some more diversity in the rings. I'd love to see that come out. But yeah, again, just waiting for game number 6 before we head into that right now, getting all of our players into the lobby. Third Impact, TSM, Los Carritos. It's all up to these squads. And it's anyone's game at this point. Again, $350 going to first place, $150 going to second place, and that's it. Those are the only teams that make it out now. When you're playing as a partner team, because you, of course, did play in season 1 of Series E, how important, though, is it to just play out this last game? We do have, of course, the relegation that takes place at the end of the season.
Well, every point counts, even though you're like top 10, bottom 10, it still counts. You just want to end up strong for the end of the season, being able to get re-signed, getting that another contract. So every point counts, even though it's the last game. Yeah, you gotta give it your hardest, for sure.
Yeah, we still have about like 2 months and a couple weeks left in the season, so it's just still a long haul. And all of our partner teams, despite maybe not having the best of performances today, they still have to give it their all because the cumulative score will matter at the end of the season. Right now, today in our Pro Night, Team Razor not doing that well. They only have 10 points overall. But we're seeing what's going on with a lot of the teams that have to come out of Skyhook, CLG, Team Razor at the bottom there, 11 and 10 points. Team Liquid, though, the best one faring, but they're not in like Skyhook proper. They take trials and are able to just play off the back of some amazing loot. As there we go, heading into the final game of the evening. We are on board with Los Carritos here for game number 6. It's TSM, Third Impact, and Los Carritos all within 4 points of each other. And we'll see where they drop and really what their rotation patterns have been like. Again, they've been rotating into teams like Cheez-It, teams like Intel. They've been able to take these fights with that Rev Totem combination.
Yeah, and they're landing at Dome with another team right now. Oh, and they decide
So
to
we have
swerve
the instant swerve. They back off. They're going to go ahead and go over to launch site, but I believe they've been fighting there as well. Team Applejacks all the way over here by Tree. No beacon for them, unless did Rollers quite possibly pick one up on the other building. It looked like that might have been where he was coming from. We'll find out very shortly here. The loot looking decent for Applejacks at this point. They do have the gold armor along with the purple, and there we go. We have a ring coming down here towards sorting factory. And they are fighting Intel versus, well, actually, Panders is by himself by launch site right now. He has to be careful.
I don't think he knows. Or maybe he does.
Okay, he spots out one. NPL, though, in their fight up against Flashpoint. Never mind. They get the first knock, and it's not much of a fight at all whatsoever. Mini going down. Oi Senpai going down. And it's all up to Kupski. And we have another Redman here. Bambino is pulling that one out, but yeah, it's the full Send squad. So we do have another Rev Octane coming up from them. Here is Los Corritos setting up the crossfire here. We know that Panders was in the area, but he might have backed off to the rest of his squad. We'll see if Intel are pushing on this one as well. But slow play now as they're waiting for their cooldowns to come up. And Panders is forced to heal. Blue armors for Metro and Panders, white armor on 6. So this is going to be a very close fight for them. They need to find the initial damage here. Pander's pushing up. He's got 3 seconds left on his scan. He does know 2, moving on over. Cracks that white armor. The scan gets them at the end there. Bubble has been used as well, allowing them time to try and set up the crossfire. They are pushing up together as a team. Are going to utilize their own jump pad against them and try to cut them off at the pass here. The pings are going down. Again, Team Intel. They do have a bone to pick with Los Corritos here, but Los Corritos have backed themselves into a corner now as 6 is trying to push up on them.
They got to remember, they have a Rev. So anytime they can full send this.
Yeah, they got to find the timing, right? They have to do it before the totem comes up, or they're going to be fighting at 300 HP disadvantage. Panders took a lot of damage there. It looks like a headshot from something, taking him down low, slowly healing up. That has allowed them to push out from this building. Bubble has been used as well. 6 getting some decent damage with that scout now. They have the HP advantage. Could put a stop to Los Corritos here, who had just won our last game, but 6 takes a lot of damage now. But he does have the cover of Metro with that arm shield, holding it down with that flat line now. They do get the knock onto 1, but oh boy. It looks like it's just all up to Panders here. The flank coming out from the rest of them. They do get the thirst on the Brit Marie. No armor swap for them. And here's Applejacks, yep, with the third party.
Man, that's tough. Los Corritos, they were top 3. They needed a huge game to finish off.
And Applejacks get their revenge. They were one of the squad that were full sent on in that last game by this squad. And so now we have 2 teams, Third Impact and TSM. They're still in this. It looks like a big fight. Absolute Monarchy, are out. Rice Krispies making their move currently into Sorting Factory.
Yeah, and they switched up the comp again with the Caustic and the Bloodhound.
Ooh, third party coming out from Charlotte Phoenix. Able to fully clean up that fight, as this is the fastest game that we've had so far tonight in game number 6. Every game was playing fairly standard in terms of timings, but this one already down to 14 squads. I believe we started with 19, 42 players left as well. So a lot of teams are damaged right now. 303 trying to make their way on out. Bambino has already used his Q. He pops that bat before he tries to rejoin his team. Looks like he does get safely back to him, or should be able to. Once this medkit hits, he'll have another few seconds left on his grapple. Bubble has been used by ASCII though. So now this squad might try to full send it onto them. Bambino gonna have to use that Q to rejoin his squad. Team look at find themselves in a fight over here by Train Yard. Oh!
And
as he knocks one off with the melee, but he drops right into the gas. Has to be careful. They do get the knock onto E-Boy Ronnie, taking him out. Now Bralele with the longbow is the one that picks that one up. All right, Liquid do get the thirst. We'll pick that all up. And again, coming out of trials, they have great loot. Purple armor on Abralele, gold armor on Flanker. You currently have, of course, the Gibraltar sitting on that blue. They should be able to work with that one and get it evolved very shortly enough. They will just hold this position for the time being. I don't know exactly where this circle is ending. They're not running a recon legend. But, you know, they'll be able to work off of this and hopefully gatekeep more squads. We'll see. Right now, Team Liquid in the top 14 at the very least, as round 1 is still closing.
Yep, and they're just sitting on the banner, just waiting it out until the ring closes.
303. They've already got the first knock onto Pride, pushing up now. Paradise utilizing this head glitch, but as he spots one sliding down, hits for Flesh, and now he pushes the bubble here. Let's be careful. It was a little bit out in the open. The Arcstar in.
There is a charge.
As, oh yeah, they have to be careful off this position. Charge rifle coming in from a Harvester here, putting a stop to them. They're super low HP. Paradise hasn't even healed himself quite yet. I don't know if that's just their economy or what. And they haven't been able to recover any bodies yet. They got some knocks.
In the bag.
Now they're getting third party from behind as well. Bambino gets knocked by Bronzy, and there's going to be the team third impact coming in for the cleanup. The re-knock onto Bambino. ASCII going down as well. Paradise will ultimately fall to Bronzy, and Charlotte, they get revenge on them, but will they be able to recover? Third impact, we have to remember, we're sitting in first place now, making the rotation through, going on over towards Sorting Factory.
Yeah. And TSM got the spot in Sorting, trying to play mid-zone, trying to secure that top 2.
You got to be careful. They've got Team Cheez-It along with, looks like Rockstar in the vicinity, ready to pounce on them. TSM haven't even healed up yet. Are they just out of heals here? Get sniped down reps and Imperial Hell. Hell, just having to armor swap for all of this. 13 squads, 37 players remaining, so one team down to a duo. That just might be oh no, never mind, 2 teams down to a duo at this point. We do have a fight over for Liquid. It looks like they're shooting at someone, don't know who. Pop-Tart stuck inside the train tunnel now. Yeah, Pop-Tarts will go ahead and back up off this. They do have the Beast of the Hunt going throughout all of that. Scans out from Impulsive Dream. The bubble has been utilized as well. We'll throw in the Arcstar and hope that ends just beforehand. Another nade going out. No connects quite yet, and they do force back Cooler. It looked like it was Cooler that was punishing them, or trying to punish them, utilizing that gravity lift, but they are forced down back onto the low. Now they're getting scanned up from behind. There's a team underneath them inside this building, and they're just going to go ahead and call it here. They use the gravity lift, will take the train, be able to hold the position in there. Oh! Rice Krispie Treats getting the knock onto them. Instant port out from Dell. Trying to get them to safety. They've got Yuki. He's got the grav lift coming up in about 7 seconds. They'll have the black hole as well. Try and slow down a fight. But it looks like the port is going to be enough to get the res for the squad. Nasky brought back into this one. Phoenix Kit's going to be used around as Lucas does need to feel full heal on up. But yeah, things have finally slowed down. Here's Applejacks, though, trying to make a play for the top of this building, getting shot from behind. Now they have to be careful. Aves using that Q as well. Beast of the Hunt pop by Rollers here. It's going to want those additional scans, especially if they're fighting for this building for now. But it looks like it's just to put a stop to that team, make sure they do not climb up for free. They're looking for some more entry damage, as it looks like Applejacks are still taking a lot of damage once again. Aves had just full healed, but now they need to wait for the Gibraltar. Roller's taking a lot of damage, and it looks like Cheez-It might try to send it on to them. No, they back up off of this, and I like it. You have TSM to your north, and you got to be careful of that third-party attempt. Now, there's one, of course, you don't have to worry about one Revenant Octane squad left in this lobby, but Applejacks with the port up, we'll just go ahead and have full control over now the entirety of Banana, and maybe try to pinch them in, dropping to the low here. But Ave still has to heal up. You got Prodigy Aces now healing up on the other side. Rakadishu has the ultimate excel, but he is so far off from his ultimate for now.
Third Impact going with another team fight.
Oh, they're sending it on to Razor, but here's Team Cheez-It looking, I believe. This is TSM ahead of them now. Prodigy Aces wasn't able to find the damage, and he'll just go ahead and back off to his team. Razor losing out on Muffins. Third Impact finding that one. Again, it's TSM, Third Impact right now. The top 2 scorers in the lobby. Third Impact in first. TSM were in second place by 2 points. Down by 2 points, I mean. And it looks like they were able to heal up.
I mean, if you saw in the feed, Third Impact at least got 2 squad wipes.
That means TSM have to play catch up as well. Third Impact have found a position here in Sorting Factory for now. Ballon still needs to heal up, and he's just hitting the cells. I don't know if that indicates he doesn't have bats, or they're just trying to slow play the economy and they just have a lot of cells. The scan out gives them information, no one on the roof, and so they will be able to play off of this. And slow playing this, I like it a lot. They have the beacon, and so they have made it to the roof. The the bubble has already been used by Ballon, so this is a little bit dangerous to go for it. They might wait another 20 seconds to use the scan. And of course, you could just play crypto and just get a free scan like that. Sure. Yeah. Okay. And the drive-by scan coming out from that crypto team. It looks like Hakulo is still alive, though, but hasn't been able to recover Muffins yet. He's going to be playing this one out as a solo. Really no opportunity for him to try and get the res with so many teams in the area right now. Third Impact looking to finish off Rockstar. Here's Team Cheez-It trying to make their push up through Banana. Did not like taking the fight on the roof. Was Applejacks. But now they're trying to buy some space up against them. The nades are being used to grief both doors. And Rakanishu scanned will pop that Beast of the Hunt. There's a lot of teams in the area, though, so they have to be careful. As the left side has been arc starred off, they back away from this one. Rakanishu peeking out from the right as he will recover that angle.
All the nades coming in.
Yeah, a lot of utility being used by Applejacks to slow down this push. They're trying to buy time, of course, for that Beast of the Hunt to end as well. Scan still coming in. Duplex's position has been given away as the peek comes out from the other side. Prodigy Aces does about 60 damage to him, but on all of that, Applejacks are still holding their ground. So both teams are using up all of their utility, trading a lot of damage, a lot of their heals for this. Scan comes from behind as well, and so Aves has to be careful. Finds one more frag to try and throw in, but here comes the flank. He covers the door just in time along with Rolders, but that might be Prodigy Aces and company now being able to full send it off of this. They try to push in, get almost no damage onto Duplex. He is now dropped down low, and the team is getting sandwiched in. Cheez-It are the first one to lose out on one as Prodigy Aces fall. It was TSM taking out Rockstar's Crummy as well throughout all of this. And now Applejacks, they've lost out on one.
TSM going for getting some good KP, sniping them.
Yeah, they do find somebody who was Third Impact that have taken control over Banana. Will nade spam in, pick up these last 2 kills very shortly. Zicky did drop down low, but Team Applejacks now out. Zicky trying to recover here. They've got someone on top of them. It's going to be NPL. The Revenant Octane composition coming in, taking them out. Ballon G trying his best to survive, and now it is TSM's game to win. They have to catch up, though, in terms of kill points. This is not a one game yet for TSM. Third Impact had about 8, maybe 9 kill points. Here we are on board with TSM, still holding this position inside this building. They've got a purple armor to swap off of as well, and so they have recovered. At this point, though, dealing with the pesky drones flying around. And their position has been spotted out, but I feel like this team is just, he's just messing with them at this point. Well, you get the extra large fly swatter there. Pop-Tarts, though, still playing inside the train tunnel right now. Looks like they are looking to commit to the north side of Sorting Factory here. Lucas has been spotted out. A team still inside the circle building with the charge rifle. So it's going to be up to Stomps or even Lucas here. Lucas does have that port. It looks like it was Team Liquid that are actually controlling the north side of sorting right now. The ring does pull up this way. TSM are going to have to deal with Rockstar throughout all of this, try and make their way on in. Here's Charlotte Phoenix, who have recovered, who have been able to get the reses, but Bronzy has taken so much damage. Casper gets that first knock in the fight. It's a 3v2 now in favor of Team Rice Krispies as Bird brings it down to a 2v1 with that trade from Pride. He's still on the roof now with the EVA 8. This is going to be a bit more difficult without having the stopping power of Massive or a PK. He's going to try and sneak in a Thermite to get some additional damage. He has been scanned out now. He drops down low. They try to go for the res, and he's going to go ahead and put a stop to that one with another Thermite here. Still fighting a war on two fronts. He needs to find the isolated fight, but it looks like Team Liquid are just going to rejoin each other, and Pride is just going to call it here to try and rat this one out.
Yeah, this is why it's such a hard push on a Caustic in a building. You can see Bambino with the third party. No, that's a different flight.
Yeah, it's difficult when you have TSM player on Liquid and you have a Complexity player on CLG. Yeah. Oh boy, here comes the nade spams out as Dracos gets the knock onto one. It's all up to Alba lately. Throughout all of this right now, does get the knock onto one, tries to go for the scope shot with that triple take, but Dracos now getting rezzed out. Bambino keeps him alive throughout all that. Liquid are out. We're down to 9 squads, 21 players remaining in TSM. Now they need to start finding their openings. They need to start finding some of the kill points left in this lobby here, although possibly just taking first place. And here it is, the final rat cam. As we're on board with Pride, who did have to give up on his squad, has been scanned out. He might be exterminated soon. So Impulsive Dream is just going to rat this one. Or, excuse me, is try to hold on at the end of that portal. TSM have been able to maneuver their way into the top of Banana here. And the team that was holding above beforehand will give up on it right now. Is that Cooler with the Horizon making the play for the Crane?
You also got to give props to NPL pulling off these clean fights, 2v3 teams.
Oh, nade. This might actually knock them off or from the high ground as it sneaks in. No connect out from Imperial Hal. But that position can be challenged. He is on this Octane. So they have to remember that. Do Cooler right now. Team Pop-Tarts, though, still playing on the north side of the zone as the ring will pull up this way. And Pringles have a nice spot. As long as this door doesn't grief. Oh, it's the full send coming out from TSM. They're able to get 2 knocks. It looks like actually Cooler might have dropped down onto them. No. TSM did send it onto them with that pad. They are up there. They do get the finish onto Dell. And these are the kill points they need to secure the win at this point. They're very close to hitting the next threshold in terms of placement points, and they've almost secured it at this point. TSM now looking to finish off Cooler. They get into 7th place. I believe that hits our next threshold as well. But they also need to kill points behind it here, so they can't overstep their bounds now. Thermite sneaking in. Don't know if that was a connect onto them, but they know that they have the man advantage. They can drop down if they want, but they're going to wait on it for now. It's Imperial Hal 90% towards that next jump pad for themselves, and they're looking to get another Thermite in. We'll see if this one connects. Oh, the double
Huge
connect
Thermite
as well, forcing them out, disconnecting them now as Yuki gets knocked to Hakulo of all players. They almost got the knock there. He's going to go ahead and drop down. He needs to secure this kill, but TSM, they're getting shot at from different angles. Quick armor swap. He's going to use the jump pad to get onto the roof. It barely survives. No, he goes down. Pringles picks that one up. Did TSM do enough, though, to secure the win? It's very close. They remember 2 points down now as Pringles now using the port. Defensive bombardment has gone down on top of them as well. They're making the play for this roof and preemptively try to take this position here. And they do take out NPL. Top 6. TSM getting closer to securing this win now. They're playing it out, I believe, with Imperial Hal down as Pringles are on the roof, able to take up this loot. They have the bubbles, keep them safe through this. And Pride has been finished off. Another landmark, excuse me, another threshold to hit there. We're in the top 5, 4 points at least secured in terms of placement for TSM. They have about 4, maybe 5 kill points as well. but we know that third impact dragged out in this game, so they still need to do a little bit more throughout all of this right now. Team Pringles getting shot up from every side. Tech with the triple take is able to get the knock onto Phony. And now Pringles are trying their best to survive. They do answer back. Great angle on that Thermite to get the knock onto Tech. The bubble has been used by them as well. And here's TSM full sending it. They were able to get Imperial Hell back into this now. 5 squads remaining. They're picking up the kill points here as Pringles do go down. There's only one left, I believe, for Team Pringles. A snipe down, holding down the ledges for his squad. And it was beautiful recovery coming out from TSM, now getting closer and closer to securing this tournament win. Oh, Hal almost going down once again. 1 HP left there for him. But he does live, which is the important part now. They need a few more kill points. They need to survive to third place or something else. As he survived to fourth, that'll be 5 placement points for them. Pringles, it's all up to Fody trying to survive for as long as possible. He does actually get the knock, but will fall ultimately here. Now, Pop-Tarts underneath TSM. I believe this is a 3v1 TSM. Just waiting this one out. Hakulo does go down, and now it is a 3v3v3. TSM have basically done it. They secure themselves at least 7 placement points. They have about 4 or 5 kill points as well. I believe that might have been enough, but they're not going to play it out like they've won the tournament quite yet. They're going to try and go for the long finish here. Rockstar, we've got TSM, and of course one last team left in this lobby.
Rockstar with the better comp for the end game right here. Crypto and Caustic.
We see a bubble go down. The EMP will put a stop to that. They'll be able to throw in the Caustic Nox Gas Grenade afterwards as well. The TSM might have a jump pad that could be very disruptive in this fight. Right? If teams try to run out into the middle of nowhere, you just throw down that jump pad and maybe they get sent into the ring. You do have the EMP coming out, but it's a little bit early here. TSM are just going to be able to heal this one up. The bubble has gone down for TSM as they jump on in. Nox Gas Grenade used from them, cutting off that angle as Imperial Howl only taking damage to the ring so far. Pulls out that Mastiff, doing decent damage. He is cracked, and it looks like TSM are on the verge of taking another win, but no, it gets taken away from them. It is going to be, it looks like Team Pop-Tarts to take the win. What's going on?
No, it's the
it's Team Rockstar that actually went out this one. But I think TSM might have done enough there in game number 6. Third impact, ultimately going down, getting very over-aggressive over at the top of Banana onto Prodigy Aces and company. They were in the lead by 2 points heading into game number 6. But TSM getting at least third place, that's 7 points, and then some kill points along with it. We're going to have to wait for the admins, of course, to count up all the points, tally that up. And then when we get back from this last break, we'll have our winners of Series E Pro Night here for TomCat Week right after this.
Guess who is one of the rats? It's our boy, Rat Boy Ronnie.
TC Scissors is the first rat to go down.
He could potentially win this game, Jamerson. They're not really showing the rat much respect. Another rat. Another TomCat rat cam. It's just him again.
Q in. Does he actually make it to the building safe? He doesn't. Oh no. That was
wow,
the
Ronnie.
Nope out of there, but he's gone.
Spliced.
4 squad left.
Spliced. The rat.
The hell are they doing all the way down here? Clinical. Team Applejacks, though, left to still rat this one out as the TomCat double rat cam. Bronzies and Aves.
Looks like their third player has been lagging out, which is super unfortunate.
Rockstar are still in this. Matt Pickett ratting this one out as the first TomCat rat cam. Team Lonely Fans is Blueberry Small, the only one alive. He doesn't have any armor as well. He's going to try and sneak his way underneath. Avoid a lot of that damage and tucks himself into a corner.
Yeah, let's see if Ronnie can win this one out. We were just actually talking about this for Team Pop-Tarts and what we were doing.
Trippy gets a 5 for his efforts there.
wasn't born in the spotlight. Nah. Had to grind and shine like a star on a hot night. And something about the struggle now resides in my muscles. And every trial and trouble helped to hang my hustle. Real rock stars don't chase the spotlight. It chases them.
Verses coming daily under pressure. Working on applying the scheme. The true side trademark is at the edge of your dreams. Yeah. One shot, now the future is yours. I'm turning dreams into reality. In the lab with the formula and chemistry. New memories spark and motivate and make the industry shake. With the bars and the breaks, I'm talking one chance that was so close for the goal. It's one shot, now the future is yours. Go!
Imagine you love frosting and filling.
I do love frosting and filling.
Oh, well, imagine if there was a way to enjoy that delicious goodness anywhere, anytime, out of the toaster, out of the box, out of one of those baggy thingies, with nothing but a thin layer of foil between you and...
Pasta.
Yes, Curtis. This is a commercial about pasta.
I love it.
Frosting and filling for your pasta.
I like pesto.
Hey, shake it, kiddo.
Love Dad. Oh.
Kellogg's Rice Krispies Treats. A little love when it's needed.
All right, welcome back to Series E. We had a weird finish to the final game of the evening, but I believe the admins should have the update for us for that final score. It's all about TSM. Were they able to do enough? And they were,
just by 2 points.
Taking the win over Third Impact by 2 points. And so it was imperative they at least make the top 3, but finding the kill points along the way, Sung.
It's crazy. It was a
It's
tight
crazy
game, for
indeed.
sure.
Yeah, that's why I like a call like that one they made against Cooler, right? When Cooler had the crane position, they had to make it. They needed the kill points, and that could have been the difference maker in this game.
All right.
And so TSM, congratulations on taking the win. Third Impact ultimately come in second place. We saw Los Carritos going down early there in the final game, and so they were not able to fight it out with any fighting chance, but they were super close as well. I mean, 13 points down from TSM, 11 points down from Third Impact. With the way that the Los Carritos were picking up the pace in the last 3 games leading up to this one, there was definitely a chance for them, but what a stand-up performance coming out from them, really pulling out the pub composition and showing that maybe it can work sometimes in competitive. All right, and let's take a look at the Mobile One high performance moment of the last game here. As you can see, TSM were up top here. I don't even know exactly what position they ended up winning, but the bubble goes down, and the Nox Gas grenade is there, and they have to be careful with that. But the Gibraltar bubbles do mess up with the LOS of it, and it looks like they weren't taking too much of that damage. Hal is starting to take away for some, But they're just trying their best to bubble fight up against 6 people right now. Snipe Down gets a knock onto Matt Pickett. There we go, getting a knock onto Stomps, but TSM goes out in 3rd ultimately there, and it looks like Rockstar end up winning this one out, and that's just the end of the game. But TSM did do enough, and honestly, it was that push onto Cooler. They needed the points, they needed the kill points.
100%.
Yeah, congratulations, TSM taking the win. 3rd Impact coming in 2nd place here. This was, of course, our final game of the week, and don't know if the giveaways are done yet, but if you want your chance to try and win some cool swag, some cool prizes, make sure you type in !giveaway, and you'll have your opportunity to win some cool prizes. We got keyboards, we got gift cards going out as well. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us. Sung, any final words before we close it out for the week?
I appreciate you guys for inviting me. It was fun. Maybe I can hop back in next time. Appreciate it.
Yeah, would always love to have you, man. Always love to have you. Once again, congratulations to TSM taking a win here during the Pro Night of Series E. 3rd Impact coming in 2nd place. Now, of course, from all of our sponsors, from all of our partners, from Sung and myself, along with everyone here at Esports Arena, thank you all for tuning in. We will be back next week for another week of Series E on Tuesday. Our open registration night will start at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so set your clocks appropriately for that. But that will do it for us. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you guys next week.
All right.